where we at? Where we at?
I might go up here.
All right, are we crispy? All right, cool, man. We crispy. What's up? What's up, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? It's your only friend, these YouTube streets. You know who it is. Puerto77. The Commander-in-Chief. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Thank you so much for the chat coming out here. Wishing me a happy birthday. I truly appreciate it. This is actually the first time, so started consistently streaming or, doing live podcasts, all that stuff since 2016. So it's been 6 years. And this is the first time I think, went live on my birthday. So later on tonight, going on to a steakhouse with the missus. Happy 75th birthday. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I get to do another 75 more years. But later on I'm going to go out with the missus to a nice steakhouse. Been recommended, so I'm going to try it out. See how it goes. I'm a simple dude at this point. I don't know how many of y'all are more like simple. There was a phase, earlier in my younger years where with the birthday, it's time to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get the Jaeger bombs. It's time to go ham, right? Always go out to the club, drink. We'll go out, we'll do the crawl, go to bar hopping, and wait, P-Rock 75. You didn't know I'm 75. I make this shit look good. No, I'm not 75. You know what that is? That shit would be crazy. Imagine looking like this at 75. Shit. Oh, shit, I hope I still look like this at 75. Whatchamacallit? But, used to go party heavy. And shout out to the Ruham. He said, maybe this can help you out with one of them steaks. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? The first bite will be you. I'll be like, yo, shout out to the Ruham. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But like everybody else, am I the only one? I know some different crowds, like in my early 20s, even 30s. With my wife, we're in our 20s. Every time we do a birthday, we all got with the crew, got the family, friends, whatever. We go out, we start out, of course we'll start out with the dinner still first. Okay, my man said P-Rock ugly right now and will be ugly and 75. Hey, man, it's a good thing I'm already married. So I ain't got to worry about being ugly. I already locked it down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to put in that work no more. You know what I'm saying? But, you go to the bar, we go to dinner, and then just fucking go to the club and just drink, dance, drink some more, drink even more, and then drink even more. Then after the club, depending where you're at, you go to the diner, or if you're in the South, the Waffle House. Then throw up, go to bed, wake up, and you don't know what the hell happened the night before. Like, you just don't know, And before I met my wife, before we started dating, right? Obviously, went through my teenage years and early 20s, just single, or maybe have a girlfriend, whatever. Do your thing, get drunk, get fucked up, party, wake up. You look to the left, and you see this chick, and you're like, and then you look around and you realize, this ain't my crib. You're like, fuck. And then you hear the door open. And then you hear, honey, I'm home. No, I'm playing. I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I say I go to Strickland for my... Hey, I done that too. I done that. There's some birthdays, say up in the street club. Oh my God, it's just crazy. The alcohol culture when you're young. Like you just obliterate yourself until it's like hurt. It's painful. You know, I'm gonna tell you, the last time I drunk hard was a couple of years ago, and ever since then I stopped. So, man, how many years it was? Maybe 5 years ago. Maybe about 5 years ago. I was in my 30s. It's 5 years ago, maybe. Maybe five years ago, right? I never smoked hookah before. You know, I wasn't into that. But you know what? It wasn't a party. It was actually after New Year's. It was before New Year's. So it was after Christmas, before New Year's. So I was in New York. This is like 5 years ago, I would say. A couple of years ago anyway. The date doesn't matter. We're in New York, you know, with the family, with the in-laws, my wife's sisters and brothers, and we were all hanging. I love her side of the family. Actually, you know, some people don't like in-laws or their wife's side of the family. I absolutely. In fact, I knew some of them before I knew her. I knew her sister. I knew her two sisters before I knew her. It's funny because I never met her till like years and years later, but I knew her sisters for a long time. It's just weird how that worked out. But anyway, so I love the in-laws. So we decided to go to a bachata spot, you know, that's Dominican music, Latin music, right? And the spot was chill. They're bringing the hookah. And then I was just getting, you know, I was just drinking straight Henny, you know, boom. It's Henny on ice, just downing. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me smoke this hookah. So smoking this hookah, drinking shots. Smoking the hookah, drinking shots. Dancing, hookah, shots, dancing. It was just all night. Me and my wife, we brought it back down to like when we were 20, right? I don't know what it is, but yo, I never vomited so much in my life. Not even, I think it was the hookah. But I did not stop throwing up until the next day around 1 in the afternoon. I just couldn't stop. It was to the point that I wasn't even vomiting anything. Like, it was gone. There was no more water, no more food. Yo, it was like painful. Oh, it was so up. Yo, I could not stop. And yo, that shit was scary. Because I had done the whole vomit drink. You know, you drink a lot of water, take some Excedrin. You know, throw up a couple of times, go to bed by 5, 6 in the morning because that's the time, come back, sleep it off. I could not sleep. I had to wake up like almost every hour. I'm thinking, damn, do I got food poisoning? But it hurts. My face got like the blood vessels pop. Yo, I'm like, I'm too old for this bullshit. And yo, ever since then, I chilled on my drinking. That actually did. And you know how we all like, hey, I'm never going to drink again. Then the following week, you're just like, hammering all over again. No, this time I was like, I'm done. That's it. I gotta retire. Now it's just I'm just a social drinker now, right? You know, maybe 1 or 2 glasses, maybe some wine. I still do the Henny, but it's just one nice glass of Henny. You know, just chill. Can't be doing the hard thing no more. I'm like, bro, I can't do it. But you know what? The last time I had a drink was probably been over a year and a half, maybe 2. And I just don't miss it or whatever. But yo, it's crazy, man. I shout out to Craig Week. Bourbon, I like bourbon. Oh, it's good. But yo, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But now, birthdays, it's just me and my wife. It's just really it's crazy. We pick our favorite, you know, we pick a specific spot. I mean, we go out to dinner a lot of times, but in this case, pick a specific spot. We do a little shopping, get some gifts, and then we just, you know, do we want to plan to go somewhere? We didn't do it this weekend, but like the first weekend, like soon we're gonna go on a trip to Disneyland. We're gonna spend 2 days there. Towards the end of the month, the Yankees are playing the Anaheim Angels, so we're gonna see a Yankee game. Go to SeaWorld. We're planning also a cruise in January. We're gonna fly down to Florida, meet up with my daughter's godmother, and we're all gonna. In her man, so the 4 of us are gonna be on a cruise for like about a week. So there's a lot of plans being her gonna time. But today, you know, I want to make this about interacting with you because this is the first time I've done a birthday, going live on a birthday, and I'm thinking, you know what, man, I've been chilling with the crew. You guys been with me for a long time. We've been chilling, we've been talking, and you know, you've been down. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna share my day a little bit with the family. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is pretty cool. You know, I never did it before. But I'm doing it now. Got off work early. You know, it's cool. I'm like, yo, I'm out. It's my birthday. Deuces. If y'all need me, too bad. Don't call me. Don't call me till Monday. Go talk to the other staff NCOs. I'm good. P-Rock, today, your birthday, open that chat. You know what I'm saying? You know, yep, today's my birthday, July 22nd. I'm a Cancer baby. You know what I'm saying? In fact, today's Friday. Friday was the day I was born. And I'm going to show my age up in here. See if you can figure it out. See if you can figure out what year I was born. I'm going to give you a clue. This very month, on the month I was born, on the year I was born, New York City went through a major blackout. So my mom was pregnant and there was no nights in New York City. And my dad pretty much kept my mom home because that was also the summer of Sam. So those are your two clues. Figure out the year I was born. Blackout New York City, summer of Sam. And now you know when I was born. Jesus Christ, if you can't figure out what these two. My man says 72. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Somebody got it right. So try to figure out. Summer of Sam. Yeah, I don't know who the hell Summer of Sam is. Jesus Christ. I Am Sam. So Summer of Sam. The 38 caliber killer. That was his going. He was going around New York City killing people with 38 caliber. Son of Sam. And it was the blackout of New York City. My man said 1930. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. My man Jay Breezy, he said, happy birthday, P-Rock. You opening that chat? Yeah, I can open up the room. Hold on. Let me open up the room for you. If you want to come up in here. Let me open up the room. I locked it up. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so boom. There you go. The room's opened up. So if you want to hop on, you can hop on. You know, I'm going to get some good conversation. So yeah, you're more than welcome. The Discord live room is open. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, so that's the clues I gave ya. You know, the summer of Sam, you know, and the blackout happened in the same month. Right?
Happy birthday!
Hey, yo, my man. What's going on, my brother?
Yo, P-Rock, what's good, man?
What's good? Chilling, bro. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? My birthday got...
Happy 23rd birthday, man. You looking young out here.
No doubt. That's it. We'll go with that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, rumor has it you have a type. You out here catching... You know, it's no wonder I barely seen any snow bunnies in New York. You were taking them all. Like, man, you greedy.
Listen, man.
Listen.
Yo, you know what?
What's
I
up?
forgot that your birthday was in July too, man. Because when July hit, that's when I turned off social media, bro. So I haven't really been around social media and nothing like that because I ain't trying to hear all that bullshit talking about on my birthday month.
Okay. You know oh yeah, your birthday's also July, right?
Yeah, next week, the 28th.
Yeah. Shit, we got the best month. That's how we do it.
Yeah, man. It's summertime. I'm out here chilling. You know what I mean? So I logged off all of that joint. Oh, you know what I mean? But yo, I saw you was live. I said, well, yeah, P-Rock birthday is shit.
Yeah, yep. You know what I'm saying? So rocking out with the family. I'm glad you were able to come through. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, bro.
Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Truly appreciate it, right? But
hey,
just
y'all need to bless up the chat, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just ultimately...
I'm going to say it for you.
Listen. But before you say...
Blessing up the chat. This man be dropping knowledge. This man be dropping facts.
I appreciate
all
it.
Week, every week. And you guys need to show that appreciation for my man P-Rock on his birthday.
Yeah, but my appreciation, they showed up. You know what I'm saying? I got 95 viewers. Hit the like button. I'm going to say that. If y'all don't hit that like button, I'm going to hit the ad. I'm going to drop that ad on y'all.
Yes, sir.
Don't make me drop that ad on y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, shit. No, but I appreciate that y'all, you know, were able to just rock out, join up, you know. But I'm glad you're here because we do have to have a conversation, right? Because let me say, me and you and I, you know, we all about the PlayStation, right?
Absolutely.
But at times, we got to keep, you know, if you're great, sometimes you gotta be checked every once in a while to maintain great. Because sometimes, you know how it is. People forget how they got there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sometimes they could fall from grace if they don't keep themselves humbled and use the same formula that got them to their success. Maintain the formula. have a reality check on what they're doing, you could fall off real easy. Look at Xbox, right? They're in their 360. They're at that height. They were making a name for themselves. They're moving up in the world. And then they just did some fuck shit. Even PlayStation, for a little bit, did some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta check yourself, right? So we're gonna talk about The Last of Us, right? So let me share my screen. I'm not gonna put no sound clips, but just so that everybody sees. So Naughty Dog out here, you know, they're doing their thing. They finally showed this to us, right?
About damn.
You know, it's a good point. You know, I'm glad you said it that way. You know, it's about time, right? But you see this trailer, you know, rebuilt for PS5. They're going to show the features. They're going to show the gameplay trailer. But what's crazy is this was like a sneak drop. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a sneak. You know, it's kind of like when Nas had to drop that ether after he heard what Jay-Z did with the takeover. You know what I'm saying? Nas is like, whoa, what? Jay-Z did what? I mean, listen. Oh, no. And he's like, nah, it's time to ether this dude. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, so that's what I have a feeling that's kind of like what Naughty Dog did, right? They come up in here, they saw this fake leak, which I knew was bullshit. You knew was bullshit. All the PlayStation fans that are knowledgeable and they know about how Naughty Dog is, they know the quality Naughty Dog brings to the table. You can tell when you saw that leak, like, nah, this ain't it. This doesn't spell Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog is usually, they're the purveyors and the pioneers, or not pioneers, but they show what a PS5 can do. Like, you can see other companies, like Gorilla, maybe Insomniac, be like, man, look what they're doing. But when Naughty Dog comes, like, oh, shit. This is what the PlayStation, you know, console can really do. They're the ones that do it, right? Animation, graphics. So I knew from that leak, I'm like, get out of here. Anybody believes this fucking nonsense is just a hater.
Which leak you talking about?
The gameplay.
I saw two videos as far as leaks.
I saw one.
Like I said, I'm not on Twitter, so like on Thursday, you know what I mean, doing the outline for the WUP show. So I was just Googling, you know what I mean, going through the websites, and I saw, Last of Us Part 1 got leaked.
Yeah.
And they was talking about how the gameplay isn't, you know, that much different or improved.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me look up what the leaks is. I saw the video. One of the videos was the bench station. And I was like, that looked cool. Then the other video was the gameplay with him and Ellie in that. That's the one. Yeah, the one that area trap. Like I was worried or even talking about the graphics. I already know that's solidified. You know what I mean? I was more concerned as like I was hoping for, or I thought it was alluding to more of like Last of Us Part 2 gameplay within this remake. You know what I mean? Like, you know, prone, dodging and stuff like that. But I didn't see it. But shout out to Naughty Dog for them dropping that video, because it clarified as far as what they meant as far as enhanced combat and enhanced exploration, which is still a little bit disappointing for me because I kind of wanted that full combat in Part 2. But I would be lying to say I'm not impressed as far as what they did for Part 1 as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So obviously, like, the leak made it look worse than what it is. So I knew not to. I'm like, yeah, Naughty Dog won't do that, right? So that happens, right? What I tried to make a point on Twitter when that video came out, you know, their trailer came out and sneak drop. They did, you know, the midnight mix release, the comeback, the clapback, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking myself, why are we seeing this now, right?
Yeah, very weird drop.
Yeah, why didn't they just release this like in June during Summer Games Fest? And here's my logic, right? Naughty Dog already went through a similar situation with The Last of Us 2, where some bullshit thing got leaked, and now they're trying to get ahead of the narrative, and now they're presenting information literally weeks from release, you know? Because Last of Us Remake is coming out September 2nd, right? That's when it's dropping. That's not, you know, you pretty much only got about a month and a week, so 5 weeks. If you look at it, so let's see, we're on the 22nd today, so you got one.
Pretty much.
You got how many weeks? You got 5.
The end of July right now.
1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 4 weeks in August. The 5th week is the 2nd of the 5th. So 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, this game drops. And now they're showing us this gameplay, you know, features trailer, right? That really shows the game off, right? And it seems like it's a reaction to the leak. So the question is, let's say if there was no leak, how much more time we would have waited to see this video? And it doesn't make sense. I don't get the strategy, right? Now, to preface this, I'm not saying that Naughty Dog doesn't have a system for marketing. I'm not saying that they don't have some type of structure. Of course they have structure. They have some type of system for marketing. They have a plan. I got that. They have all that. What I'm trying to say, and I'm going to be straight up, it sucks. Whoever strategized this method to do it is dumb. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense to hold off showing what the game's going to be and how it's going to look so close to launch. It just doesn't make sense, right? Because if they would have showed this video, instead of what they did in Summer Games Fest, that little crap they did with Jeff Keighley, if they would have showed, the talk, if they, because that's what it was just talk. Instead of just talking about, hey, we're making the last one remake, it's going to be blah, blah, blah. If they would have said, hey, we're making the last one remake, we got a 10-minute trailer and gameplay featurette to show you, enjoy. If we would have saw this in June, we would have had the information we all needed. We would have saw the game, saw how it looks like, saw what they're doing, and that would have been the conversation all summer long leading up to September. And then at that point, any bullshit about leaks or any false information would have been ignored because we would have saw the game.
Got the information right there.
We would have got the information right there, right?
Or, you know what I say? When the game was announced to go gold, that was what, like 2 weeks ago?
When they dropped the pre-orders, right?
Huh?
Or when they dropped the pre-order, right? Hey, you could pre-order this now. They could have done it that then too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When that's a good point too. When it went to go live for pre-order, or when it went to go gold, you could have dropped that video there. You know what I mean? Like they have an issue over there where that shit this constantly gets leaked. I don't understand.
And it's not just leak.
Working over there.
Yeah, and it's not just leak. They wait so and it's not a PlayStation thing. I know people are arguing on PlayStation. No, it's not. This is Naughty Dog's issue.
Yo,
no other studio does this. Gorilla didn't show us
earlier, and they disagree with me. They said, "Nah, it's PlayStation."
No,
it's Naughty Dog.
There's Naughty. Listen, we didn't like what you call the first Horizon, Zero Dawn. They showed that 2 years before the game was released. Spider-Man, Insomniac showed that 2 years. God of War, 2 years. Hell, we saw God of War Ragnarok footage last year, and the game's not coming out till November. So this is not a PlayStation thing. This is strictly a Naughty Dog, for whatever reason, wants to wait till the last minute to show stuff. And then somebody gets a leak. Maybe it's not even up to date build. Maybe it's an old build. But guess what? People want that clout. People want that negative notoriety. And they gave...
The game is gold, so it's out there.
That's what, you know what I'm saying? No other company... Hell, we already seen at least a teaser trailer of Wolverine. And who knows when that game's going to come out? It could be 2025 for all we know. But we have a fundamental idea of how the character might look like, the graphics. Now we just need to see gameplay. But as far as graphics and how the game looks, we got a general idea. We didn't have that with the Last of Us remake.
You know, the only thing I can think about, P-Rock, and this is far-fetched. This is just me, this is just the what if. This is like Marvel's what if. This is far-fetched.
Yeah.
Maybe there was probably a showcase schedule and that video was going to be there because that looked like that was already pre-made.
Yeah.
That wasn't done by mocked up, let me just respond to these leaks. That was already pre-made.
It was already.
You're right. Showcase there and it was like, you know what? Fuck that. We're not going to announce that there. Let's put this out now just to address this shit.
Yeah, it's a well-made video, so you know they didn't do that shit last minute. I would not be surprised if the video was already uploaded on their YouTube and they have it just private. So that way... When it's it's ready to launch, they just click, public release, whatever.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but the question is, I just don't understand the logic of, hey, we got this thing, it's going to show the game, it's going to show great. Let's show it. Let's say August. Let's say the original plan was August 15th or whatever date in August. Like, why August? Like, why are you waiting so long, so close to the release? That's especially when it comes to graphics, especially for a remake, right? Because it's all about the graphics. And then, of course, there's animation, all that stuff. But people want to see the difference between what you're doing with a remake compared to the last one or the original, right? You got to show that up front and as soon as possible. That's not something. That's not something you hold on to.
The thing is, too, you can't blame the show because they said that they're delaying the show to 2023.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So why hold off that information or hold off a video like that? It's weird to me.
Yeah, so, and that's what I'm trying to articulate. But everybody keeps on bringing the number one thing people keep up. Oh, they have a marketing scheme. What I'm like, I'm not talking about that. I know these guys aren't just dogs, running around chasing their own tail. I understand they probably have planners.
You've been in this community way long enough. You gotta go PPS on these dudes.
You know what I'm saying? For real. And I'm like, yo, I get that they have a marketing team. I get they have a strategy.
They're gonna teach you marketing.
I understand that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they don't know, they don't have a strategy or guys to do this. What I'm saying is their strategy is stupid. That's what I'm trying to say. This strategy is stupid. Like the strategy of, we're going to show you our game, how it looks and what it has 2 weeks before launch. Like, that doesn't make sense. And it's not like we're talking a year difference. It's not like this leak happened a year ago. It's not like the game's about to release or the game's going to release September 2023. The game is releasing in 6 weeks. So is it that far-fetched of a concept to say, hey, they should have released this thing around June time, especially when Jeff Keighley announced that Sony's going to be at his show. This would have been more well-received. If they would have shown this 10-minute trailer in June, people would have saw the game. There would have been a lot of things that would have dismissed. Number one, when they announced The Last of Us 1 at the show, and they didn't show nothing, it was just a talk. Right off the bat, there was negativity, if you remember. Some people were excited with just the idea of them doing it, but nobody had any concept of what that meant.
Yeah, I remember that.
More people were negative about it. More people were like, oh, The Last of Us 1, what the fuck? $70. Why are they wasting their time? Blah, blah, blah.
But you got to understand,
they got nothing. A lot of
people's first time knowing that game was in development. You know what I mean? So it was a big shock to a lot of people. It's like, oh, what? Remake? Why are you making this game?
Yeah.
You could have had that video right there showcase why.
Exactly. You got to show us the why. Hey, this is the why. Take a look. Then people would have saw the why. They would have had, hey, this is what we're getting. Boom. At a minimum, just like you said, at a minimum, if they would have gone gold, hey, Last of Us has gone gold, boom, here's this 10-minute trailer thing. Or, hey, pre-orders is live, boom, let's show you this 10-minute trailer. But when you think about it, the pre-orders, the special editions got sold out, and nobody really saw what the fuck they were getting.
Yeah, they just want to steal book.
But that's but hey, I understand that The Last of Us, Naughty Dog, they have a pedigree, they have trust, they make quality games. But in reality, the pre-orders got sold out just based on faith and trust, not because we actually saw what we're gonna get. It was just pretty much a roll of the dice. So when that leak came out, some people rightfully are like, wait a minute. Damn, did I make a mistake? Like, oh shit, like what the? They had no information to go off of. Now me, just knowing Naughty Dog's pedigree, I'm like, yeah, this leak is fake. But to be honest, I didn't pre-order the game. I'm not buying the game. So I didn't really have skin in the game, to be honest. It's not like I put my money where my mouth is. So that's why I didn't go out there and advocate, oh, no, it's fake, because I didn't buy the game. So I can't tell a person who actually paid $70 to pre-order that they shouldn't feel that way, because they are concerned about their money. Are they going to get their money?
You're not going to get it at all?
Yeah, what? No, I'm not getting it. I can't do it.
You already played it enough.
Yeah, I played it enough, man. I played it enough. I already know the story. Obviously, we all do. I played it on PlayStation 3, beat it, and then I played on PlayStation 4, beat it twice. You know what I'm saying? I had enough. I want to play, I think Valkyrie Elysium comes out. What comes out in September? Valkyrie Elysium, right?
Comes out 24th.
It comes out in September, though, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a cop and does that, right? I have no issues with The Last of Us. So for those of you who have not played The Last of Us and you got a PS5, this is the version you want to play. Don't listen to, and I'm going to tell you, it's coming mostly from the Xbox fans. Do not listen to them with them trying to convince you to play the PS4 remastered. Do not play the PS4 remastered. This is the version you want to play. This is the version you want to play. If you never played this game before, this is the version I would. If I never played The Last of Us for whatever reason, if this would have been my first time playing it, I'm playing this version because this is going to be the best version to play. And trust me, when you experience it the first time, this is the way you want to experience it. All right. If you never played the game before and you still don't have a PS5, hey, you waited this long to play The Last of Us. Watch a couple of more months. Watch another year. Wait till you get a PS5. This is the version you want to play, or play it on your PC when it cancels out. But this is the version you want to play. If you already played it and you like the way it looks, and you want to play it, bro, just go play it. Play games, bro. If that's what you want to do with your money, play it. Don't listen to these dudes that rely on Game Pass to provide them games. You don't make that mistake. You want to play The Last of Us Remake? Play it. If you don't want to play it because you don't want to pay $70, then you wait. You're going to get a price drop. The game will drop in price. That's guaranteed. Sony games are not like Nintendo. They don't stay $60, $70 forever. They drop in price. And if you don't want to play it at all, or you don't feel like playing it at all, like me, then you just don't do it. Pick other games. You know what I'm saying? And then everything be right, you know? But the leak was fake. But I think Naughty Dog specifically needs to do a better job. This is twice they got burned. This is twice that they had to be reactive to leakers. And that's only because they're allowing leakers all this latitude. Because they're waiting almost to the last minute and it just doesn't make sense. Why are you waiting to the last minute to show your game? Just show your game. Right. They didn't even do that. You know what's funny? They didn't even do that with The Last of Us 2. You remember the first glimpse of The Last of Us 2 was at the... What's that event that they used to have in December?
PSX.
The PSX. That's when they showed The Last of Us 2 for the first time. And that was like what? 2017? PSX? The last one. So. When was the last PSX? 16 or 17?
No, at PSX it got teased. But at that next E3 it was 2017. It got teased. It got
yes, that's what I'm saying. It got teased.
The gameplay got shown.
Yeah, the gameplay was shown at E3 when they had that when they made the place look like the barn. But it was the first teaser of the game was at PSX, and you saw the graphics, and everybody was looking at the graphics like, "What the fuck?" Like, nah.
They was like, "It's not real."
Like, nah, yeah. But you see what I'm saying? You already saw, like the graphics, the character models. You already got a taste of the game. You know, they didn't even do that with The Last of Us Remake. Like, they just let this shit hang and hang and hang until somebody says,
the trailer,
I'm going to show a leak. Let me speak.
Remake got leaked too.
Wow.
The trailer, remember the reveal trailer? That got leaked before it actually announced it.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's just crazy. Naughty Dog, you know, but this doesn't happen to the other first-party studios. So this is not a PlayStation problem. Because, you know, hell, we saw Spider-Man 2 years before it got released. Insomniac showed that shit at E3 2016. That shit launched in 2018. Ghost of Tsushima was shown at Paris Games in 2017. The game launched in 2020. Days Gone, God of War was also at E3 2016. And God of War came out in 2018. Days Gone came out in 2019. Yep. You know that? Even when was the first reveal of Forbidden West? That was a while ago.
2015.
Yeah. Oh, Forbidden West? No, that's Zero Dawn. Zero Dawn was 2015.
Oh, yeah.
But Forbidden West was like...
It got early that 2020? Trailer. I forgot one of them. At Games, was it Game Award trailer?
Yeah.
It was like a cinematic trailer, but the first reveal, I forgot. Maybe it was maybe it was a state of play. I'm not sure.
It was like 2020. And then the game came out in 2020. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a Sony thing. It's not a PlayStation thing.
I might have to look that one up.
Yeah. It's not a Sony thing. It's not a PlayStation thing. This is everybody's trying to say, oh, this is Sony. Oh, no. Because all the other studios, they showed their shit well in advance. You know what I'm saying? Miles Morales, that was shown well in advance. We already seen Spider-Man 2 well in advance. And Wolverine, well in advance. That shit might not come out till 2025. You see what I'm saying? But they give great expectations of what we're possibly getting. And Naughty Dog be like holding shit tight to the chest, and I just don't understand their logic. That shit's just mad weird what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you think they finally learned their lesson, or you think this is just how they roll? They're just gonna roll this way, and that's it. They're just gonna keep shit tight to the chest until the very last minute.
Hey, better that than leaking.
Well, I think the reason why Naughty Dog gets leaked so much is because they're giving the leakers time to create the narrative. Because if a leaker could create a narrative and get clout, they're gonna do it. That's really what they want to do.
I think it's somebody in their fucking studio, bro. It is too common. It is, there's one thing, something get leaked, but their leaks is so on point. Like, they give them so much detail, intricate detail with their leaks. They got the whole trailers up. They got the whole control scheme and everything up. sometimes leaks is like, oh, take it with a grain of salt. They don't even say that when it comes to a Naughty Dog.
They be like, yo, this is facts.
Yeah.
They come out this.
Say that, yo. I didn't read, yo, bro. I read like 3 articles about the whole leak. I didn't read one. Take with a grain of salt.
They're like, nah, this is facts. You can bet on it. Bank on this. It's true. They might either whoever they have for outsourcing or someone internal, you know. And the only way you can really know, right, I would say, on who's leaking internally is you have to set them up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to be like, all right, we're going to give this vertical slice to this group. And we're going to give this vertical slice to this group. And we're going to give this vertical slice to this group. But they don't know it's a different vertical slice. And we'll see which one gets leaked. And then all of a sudden, I got a leak. Like, okay, this vertical slice got leaked. So it's this group. So now we know the culprit is in this group. It's not in the other two groups. You see what I'm saying? That's how you fish people out. Right? You fish people out by separating into groups, and then you give them something different, but they don't know they got something different. They all think that they got the same product. And then when the leak comes out, you only know, like, okay, this group had that. It's kind of like, let's say, like, if we were in a podcast, right? And I tell you personal stuff offline, but then it gets leaked, and I'm like, fuck, somebody in 60 frames no lag. So this is what I'm going to do. Yo, Jay Barry, I got to tell you something. And then I go, Craig, yo, I got to tell you something. Hey, yo, real J-Dog, I got to tell you something. Each of you, I told something different. But you all think that I told you the same thing. Then all of a sudden, boom, Twitter comes out, blah, blah, blah. The only person that knew that was this dude. Mm-hmm. And that's the only way Naughty Dog's got to do it. It's sad that that's what you got to do, right? At the very least, you know, there's no chance of spoiling the story because... obviously, you know, but if they're doing a new IP, they got to be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? They got to be careful with their story being leaked, whatever. They got to safeguard that shit. You know, some people, their story's impactful and they don't want to, you know, especially how The Last of Us 2 story got leaked because we know Joel died, right? Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between knowing Joel died in advance as compared to if you were playing the story. Because if that information didn't get leaked and people played it and just fell through the story, I think it would have been more digestible. You understand what I'm saying? What do you think?
Nah, I agree 100%. Like, the leaks for part 2 definitely hindered the sales, in my opinion, as well for part 2. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I saw that Colin said that, the sales, 10 million is kind of low for Last of Us Part 2, but a lot of people forget about the debacle that Last of Us Part 2 went through before the sales came out. A lot of people was upset with that. Like, I agree with you 100% that if people didn't know going into, you know, playing the game or didn't know before the game came out, more people that loved the Part 1 would be buying part 2, obviously, and from there that sale is already done. But you know, they can gather their opinions and how they felt about what happened in the story after they bought the game, rather than it being leaked out.
Yeah, true. Because it's true. Because the way the information presented, obviously they just showed Joel getting bashed with a golf club, and there's context to this. They don't know who this girl is. They just saw some diesel female. So they even called her a trans. So they made up that. Yeah. They made up that lie, right? So they just created this fake narrative, you know, because it's kind of grounded in truth. Joe did die, but they changed the story to the way they wanted and presented to the community, and it was a negative. It's woke. It was just extreme negative reaction. For those that went beyond that, so like, you know what? I'm not gonna let a leaker stop me from playing. I'm not gonna let content creators stop me from playing because, you know, people who made that decision are just gamers. When you played the game and you played it through, you now understand what Naughty Dog was trying to do. And you're like, oh shit, this shit's crazy. Now you could still not like Joel getting died because he's the main character, but you start to realize, yo, this shit's crazy, man. You know, the world of The Last of Us is insane. It
all makes sense.
Yeah, and there's a context to that stuff, right? Yeah. So that's where leaks can damage the context of story and people could already writing it off, right? But I'm glad you brought up the segue to what's his name again? Fuck, you just said it.
Oh, Colin?
Yeah, Colin Moriarty, talking about expectations of 10 million sales. Let's talk about that. right? So I saw that portion of the podcast, right? And, you know, he's a PlayStation dude and he keeps it real. So I'm trying to, you know, just do a little critical thinking. I kind of like roll it back. And I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out where's he coming from, right? Because, you know, you can't say, oh, he's an Xbox fanboy. We know he's not that dude. We know he's not chasing Xbox cloud for the most part. You know,
yeah, he don't care about
Xbox. He don't care about none of that shit. He doesn't care about Xbox guys. He doesn't care about Xbox fans. He couldn't care any less about that community or that brand. He really does not care.
I mean, that's his podcast though. He created for Xbox gamers, but he's not really on there like that.
So when he said that, you know, 10 million is kind of low, especially for Naughty Dog, top tier, and then that obviously started the trend of Naughty Dog should be selling more than 10 million, right? And I'm thinking, all right, let me dial this back. Let me look at it based on facts, not emotion, not what we think. If you look at most Naughty Dog games, most of their games don't sell 10 million, right? That's the first step, right? When you look at their first game that sold 10 million, it was The Last of Us, and that was on the PlayStation 3. Then they remastered it on the PlayStation 4, and that remaster sold another 10 million on its own. Now, when you look at that remaster, people from the PS3, many of them, bought it again, like myself. I think a lot of people who played the game on the PS3 had no problem buying this on the PS4 because of 1080p 60 frames. That was a huge deal. Playing the game at 60 frames at 1080p because you couldn't get that on the PS3. It was locked at 30. It wasn't even 1080p, right? It was like 720p or some shit.
Yeah, it was like 720p.
Yeah. So the thought of playing this game at 1080p, 60 frames, and the multiplayer was very attractive, right? And then they did things like they packed it in with the console, which was selling hot. They even had a Grand Theft Auto 5, The Last of Us bundle, which is what I got. So it was very attractive getting it. And ultimately, it reached 10 million sales, right? But when you think about it, uniquely, I think the only game that Naughty Dog made that sold over 10 million on its own, no remaster, was Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4, you know, before this PC version, already sold over 16 million on its own merit on the PlayStation 4. Other than that,
that's what I was going to say. I was like, Uncharted 4 sold like hotcakes.
It sold like hotcakes, and that's legitimately the only game that sold over 10 million and kept selling on its own. No remaster, no game of the year, none of that weird shit, right? You know, so I'm thinking, okay. So Naughty Dog made Uncharted 4. That's the only Uncharted that actually sold over 10 million. They made The Last of Us. That sold 10 million. And they made the remaster. That on its own said 10 million. But that game was bought a lot by people who owned the PS3. And then the people who weren't even on the PS3. A lot of 360 guys left 360 and went back to PS4. And they bought the remaster. So I'm thinking, where is the expectation of The Last of Us should have been like at 20, 15 million? Because 10 million is a difficult number to achieve, period. Like Resident Evil 2 recently announced, or there was an announcement that it got 10 million sales, and it's a multi-plat. It's on PC, it's on PS4, and it's on Xbox One. And
yeah, like people thinking video games just in general sneeze out 10 million. Yeah. It is a rare thing for a video game just to hit 10 million like that. You know what I mean? Like you have those anomalies like Grand Theft Auto 5, you know, the Call of Duties and things like that. But that's not every single video game hitting that stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
majority of video games don't even sell past 5 million, right? I would say Nintendo, in its own league, they do a good job of selling more than 10 million. They have many IPs that pass 10 million easily. But at the same time, they don't have many third parties that are top tier, you know, 10 plus million selling titles either. So that platform.
The thing is with Nintendo, if it's tied to Mario, if it had Mario in the title, it's going to sell.
Even Zelda.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those other games like the Animal Cross,
that also,
probably, I think Splatoon, so like the first one, so like a 10 million, something like that.
No.
But other than that, if it ain't, or like, now Zelda didn't really sell like.
Not before. Metroid never sold 10 million.
Metroid don't sell like
hell, does Metroid, I think before Metroid Prime Dread, I don't even think the franchise was at 15 million. And that's going back to the NES and including the phone version. I mean, not the phone, the handheld versions. It's a very low selling franchise. Right? I think
for Nintendo.
For Nintendo. But I mean, technically for even gaming, because the whole franchise before Dread, I don't think it even broke 20 million as a franchise. I'm talking every single Metroid that came out on Nintendo, Super Nintendo, GameCube, which is Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3, the Wii, and all the handheld versions. It was very, very low selling. Metroid, for whatever reason, was actually not a big seller. It wasn't the type of game that sold 7, 8 million. It was usually sell like 1 to 2 million. Dread broke the trend, and I think, but besides that, it wasn't really a big, huge franchise from a sales perspective. But Nintendo generally has a lot of good high sellers, right? But that's still not the norm when you compare to all the amount of games that get released. Like I said, most don't even sell 5 million. 10 million is a hard metric, especially if it's on one platform. That shit's not easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's because I was on Six podcast earlier, and Link is the one that brought it up. So I was like, I need to understand the context here. Why you bring up the topic to Link, right? Is he disappointed, thinking that Last of Us Part 2 was going to sell more than 10 million himself, as far as like subjectively, or is he looking at objectively thinking that this is underwhelming? Because I don't think 10 million for any game is underwhelming, in my personal opinion. That being said, it's in 2 years. Life ended the PS5. 4. I thought it would have sold more than that too, but I remember there was a crazy ass debacle when it comes to that game, bro. Like people was hating that game hard.
It was hard. Yeah, I mean the combination of tagging it woke. I mean, to this day, some people still think Abby is a tranny. Yeah, they never played it. They still think it's a dude. They still think it's a dude. And you're like, oh my god, like
the fact that a game like that with that much hate sold 10 million is an achievement in itself.
Yeah,
What other game got that much hate like before the game came out?
Yeah,
selling like that.
It was
that you can remember. I can't remember any game like that.
Not that much. It was good point. What was I say?
But imagine if it didn't leak. Yeah, I think this game would have easily hit 15. 16 million easily.
Yeah.
In the same time span.
Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, that time was crazy, man. That 2020 COVID's hitting hard. The leaks, I was like, oh my god, this shit's getting blasted. I mean, it was
bro, that's when I learned about the mute button. I didn't know about the mute button until Last of Us Part 2.
You learned
on Twitter.
You learned how to use that mute? Yeah, you had to use it because it was getting bad.
Twitter, that period right there, it taught me how to use the mute button, like muting like certain. I know you can mute like accounts, but I didn't know you can mute words.
Oh, conversations. Like, you're talking about muting the words. I know.
I muted that bad. Everything Last of Us, I muted that shit throughout until I beat the game.
I had to, and I'll be honest, man. Like, put it this way: at the end of the day, if you're a gamer, right? A lot of the gamers played the game, right? Now I'm not saying whether they liked it or not, but at least they gave it the shot that they wanted to, right? Because there was no way I was gonna let leakers, and you see a lot of the leakers were fanboys or people chasing clout. They had no intention of playing the game or whatever and stuff like that. And
just like now,
a
lot of people now. They probably don't even play The Last of Us, but they making videos on the game because they know it's going to bring views. They know it's going to bring traction. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I've scrolled through YouTube and I've seen like, you don't play no fucking Last of Us. People talking about.
Let's see that PSN. Show us your PSN. Yeah. Let me know. Prove to me you play it.
Play factions, talking about you upset with factions. Let the people that actually play factions be upset about that bullshit.
Yeah. Shit. True, that's true, man. That's why we gotta call it out. All right, show me your PSN. Let me see your credentials. Let me see the wristband. You ain't.
That's when they run.
Oh, you ain't got a wristband. Back it up. You can't come in. Without a wristband. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you gatekeeping.
You gatekeeping. Yep.
You said, let me speak. Nah, dog. Let me speak. You know what I'm saying? That's just wild, bro. But I just didn't get Colin's point because even then, like. He even mentioned, for 10 million sales is not. He said. I think he said like it's fine for like Sucker Punch and stuff, but for studios like Gorilla, and I'm like Gorilla. I'm like, hold up. Gorilla broke 10 million. I mean, was Zero Dawn for the first time. I mean, granted, they ended up selling 20 million, but they only did that once.
Yeah.
Only one time. That's not the norm. You know, they made a breakout hit. Hopefully that you could keep it going, but it was still only one time. Before that, they made Killzone and Shell Shock, and those games was not 10 million plus sellers. Forbidden Zero Dawn was the first crack at doing that, right? And so I don't understand how now Gorilla, oh shit, this dude. I thought he was already hitting. What the hell is going on here?
Yo, they changed their name, bro.
It's crazy. They got this weirdos up in here. But you see what I'm saying? I don't know how Gorilla got now tagged saying that 10 million is not enough. No, 10 million is enough. The only way 10 million is not enough is if Sony and the studios, they provided funding, but they need 10 million minimum just to break even. Then you have a problem. But I don't think they're doing that. I don't think they're that crazy. I think the only studio that really does that is like Rockstar, where 10 million is just a start for them. They expect this game to sell 30, 40, 50 million. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Sony's doing that. I don't think Sony's like, hey, we need 10 million sales just to break even, or this game's a failure. I don't think Sony is doing that with any other games.
Only in gaming now, where a game could sell 1 million copies and people would deem that as not successful. Any other medium, music, if an album sells 1 million, they give you a platinum status for that. You know what I mean? It's only with gaming, it's kind of different because the budget is kind of different. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like there's certain things for milestones, like 5 million, 10 million, 50. Those are like milestones, and you can see people saying people was knocking Spider-Man series from 2018 with Miles Morales, and that's selling 33 million copies together between the games. People was deeming that as a failure. And I'm just like, yo, what, like, yeah, not everybody's going to buy that game on PlayStation, but I'm pretty sure PlayStation's over there was like, yo, this is great for us. Yeah. That this game here, this series, matter of fact, sold 33 million. That means on your third game that you're going to come out with next year, you know what I mean? If that even sells 5 million, you already hitting the 40 million cusp right there. You know what I mean? You hitting that mark right there just for that series alone. There's many games, there's many series that we have in gaming that's even multi-platform that's not even hitting that mark. But only for PlayStation, that could be deemed a failure. It's just a weird time we live in gaming now, man. Weird.
Yeah. Shout out to Bobo Country. Think of Super J says, no God of War hype on IGN, unlike Elden or CP77, Cyberpunk 77. Biased, shaking my head. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's a PlayStation thing. Like PlayStation, they're usually very they're very picky in who they use to hype their games up and whatnot.
I think that's probably PlayStation thing, because you probably like if IGN or any gaming site, they probably get paid. They probably it's advertisement, whatever. Let me see. Let's see if I can look at something. Well, some of this is outdated. But let me share my screen. So let me put this in perspective. Hold on. Let me look at that. All right, let me do this. All right. So let me share my screen to show everybody something. Give me a moment. Here we go. So it's a little bit outdated, right? But it's still gonna hit the wickets because some of these numbers, like The Last of Us, PS3, we know has reached 10 million. So let's say 3 games. So now look at the games. You got Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it's way over 10 million. Who knows? You know, this game's probably like at 50 on the PS3, whatever.
Oh, yeah, Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. This is the PS4?
Yeah, this is PS3. This is just PS3. So this is first. Okay. So this is the list of best-selling PS3 games. Obviously, some outdated information, but here's my point I'm going to express to you. So you see Grand Theft Auto, clearly over 10 million, over 20 million. Yeah, that's whatever. Gran Turismo 5, as you can see, is over 10 million. The Last of Us, we know, is over 10 million on the PS3 because that was confirmed. So this isn't updated. But then at that point, that's it. It's just 3 games. That's over 10 million. Uncharted 3 was not confirmed. Did not hit 10 million because the only Uncharted that actually sold over 10 million was Uncharted 4. So as you can see, only 3 games on PlayStation 3 sold over 10 million. Everything else is under 10 million. Uncharted, whatever. Even if you gave a little bit of flex, still not on there. Even Call of Duty didn't even break 10 million on the PlayStation 3, right? Let's look at the 360. Let me do that one. Let's see how, because 360 had better multi-plat sales. List of best selling Xbox 360 games. Now again, you know, this is just general idea for a quick reference, right? Obviously some numbers, so let's see how they did. So obviously they got Kinect Adventures at 24 million. That was a pack-in with every Kinect, I think. Grand Theft Auto also over 20 million. Minecraft, now this game was already over 20 million when Microsoft bought it. Now here, Call of Duty. So this was the platform where Call of Duty sold the most. So here you seen 14 million, 14 million, 13 million. So Call of Duty. So far you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Halo 3 is the only Halo that ever sold over 10 million. It's actually at 13 million. And then Grand Theft Auto.
Wait, what you just said?
What? Halo 3 is the only Halo game individually that sold over 10 million. It sold.
Oh my God! Actually, right. No, you did. No, you did not.
That's the truth. That was facts. I said it many times. Halo 3 ended up selling like 13 point something million. But that's it. Halo 1, 2, 4, Reach, Halo 5, none of them sold 10 million. They all under 10 million. None of the Gears. If you look at the list, do you see Gears of War?
Nah.
None. Look at Gears of War. 5 million, maybe a little bit more. Gears 2, a little bit more. I think it's a little bit more than that. I think last I remember it was around 7 to 8. You know what I'm saying? Look at these games. These games aren't. Look at all the 1 million.
It went to multiplats quick.
Yeah, but look at all the 1 million selling games. This is normal. 10 million games you can see, and this is just showing 63 games. Xbox has over 2,000 games. PlayStation, 3 also had over 2,000 games or insane amount of games. This is just the top 63, and you saw how quick it dropped below 10. It just went down to 11. After 11, the rest is under 10 million and dramatically. Now let's look at PlayStation 4, right? PlayStation 4, look at that. You got God of War, we all know is over 20 million. Minecraft's up in here, 17 million. Uncharted, this is the one version that sold over 10. Spider-Man, 13 million, we know is more. The Witcher sold over 10 on PlayStation. The Last of Us, we know is over 10. Horizon Zero Dawn, we know is over 20, actually. Last of Us Remastered, over 10. And then that's it. That's pretty much it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games.
God of War that spiked up crazy.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, 8 games out of the entire library of PlayStation 4, give or take. Some of these games, I think Ghost of Tsushima, we could add that. I think that's close to, it was actually 9.73, but let's say 10 million. So, we'll add that. So, let's say 9.
Ghost, that's what I'm about to say. I was about to say Ghost you put around 8.
Yeah, so put that. So, yeah. So, 9. But even then, look how many games there are. And this is not even a full list of all the PlayStation games. Like, we're already not even a full list of PlayStation 4 library. And you see how fast they drop down into the 2 million. And then look at all these games that are 2 million, 1 million. And it's just, the whole point is 10 million is not common. it is a rare feat. It's just not common, and I think it's missing some Call of Duties. I think there's also some Maddens.
Like a lot of people is ignoring these actual developers or publishers coming out and say, "Hey, we hit a milestone, great success for our game, hitting 5 million." And people are like, "Only 5 million? That's a failure." Like, yo, the company themselves is like, "Yo, this is a great milestone." Because it's not a common thing like that.
Yeah,
people look at those anomalies and they think it's a common thing. It's not.
Yeah, so the fundamental idea that, because they know it's not a common thing, I doubt, unless you're like Rockstar, they probably don't budget the game with the intent of this game has to sell 10 million just to break even. Sony's probably not putting themselves in that position. They're probably smart with the budget. I think because of the quality that they push out, we're probably overthinking on how much they're spending, thinking that they need to send 10 million or 11 million, 12, 15 million just to break even. I don't think they're doing that. I think they're just smart with their programming. I think they got quality developers. They got quality studios. They got quality support. And they're just pushing out fantastic games and stuff like that, right? I think they're a lot smarter than what we're giving them credit for. But yeah, I think main group is the fanboys pushing this narrative. Let's be honest. The whole 10 million, whatever, is so that way they could create a narrative that not enough people are buying the game. And because not enough people are buying the game, that means they're really playing multiplats. Therefore, Xbox is great. Like, no.
Yeah, that's what we need to focus on.
Yeah, that's really what the so what is for a lot of these guys. They want to show that Microsoft, not having killer first party, not having these 10 million blockbusters and whatever, that it's completely okay because no one really cares about these blockbusters. They apparently care about Peppa Pig and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, real talk. Definitely should try to get in contact with Colin and have that conversation with him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, so Colin's a good dude. I just don't know where he comes from that. Now, you did a good point. If he subjectively felt that this is a type of game that sells 12 million, I could understand that. Maybe in his view, the game should have just been widely adopted more across the board. Maybe that's just a subjective view. I got that. But to say that it sounds like he tried to objectively say this is how it should have been, it doesn't make sense because the data objectively doesn't support that saying. Subjectively, you could say any studio should be able to sell whatever. But other than that, objectively, you got to go with data. And right off the bat, it just doesn't align with how things normally go. To me, these are just new milestones, new great achievements, and they may not be repetitive. Just because you sold 20 million doesn't mean every game from that point on is going to be a 20 million seller. You might go back down to 8, 9 million stuff, whatever. You just had a breakout hit. You're just going to have to see how, that plays out. So I was just interested how he came up with that. Maybe he threw a little spice since this Xbox centric podcast. Maybe, maybe he threw something spicy out there. Because I'll be honest,
just to give him a little hope.
Yeah, little hope. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, some of these Xbox podcasts, when you listen to them, like it's hard listening to some of these Xbox podcasts this gen. They were a lot easier last gen because they didn't have the formula of cope. That's the best way I could say it. A lot of some of these Xbox podcasts, they provide information to provide cope.
It's a lot of what ifs.
What ifs to make the viewer feel good. So there's a lot of feel-good information. Hey, we're going to provide some coping mechanism stuff. And I'm like, man, this is trash. Like, fuck, just say how it is. I mean, people are grown. Like,
yo, in the fight.
You're like, yo, there's people, motherfuckers, like, most people that are listening to this podcast are grown. We're grown adults. We'll be all right. Ain't nobody going to see a therapist. But apparently, that's the thing with these podcasts. Try to create a feel-good, safe space type information where people can feel good about their product, and it's just weird.
That's 100%. That's 100%.
Yeah, man, it's just weird, and I just be like, man, I can't listen to this. I can't listen to this therapy session. Like, fuck, like, and it just happens over and over, and it seems like, and I try, man, because I try to listen to other people's perspective, because there's always two sides. There's 3 sides stories: left, right, and in the middle, right? So I always try to get good information, see what's going on in that house. But they just like, man, this is just a coping podcast. Like, hey, man, everybody's just circle jerking. And it's like, fuck, I don't listen to this shit. Like, fuck. Like, people are trying to make people, like, after they watch the podcast, they could feel good about themselves and what they bought. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I call them reality warpers over there on Xbox, man. These dudes, they marvel for real. Like, they see something, they be like, yo, 2023, this is what Phil is going to do. And they say it enough to themselves, and it just becomes their truth, yo. Yeah. It be the weirdest things I be listening to. I'm like, yo, you just made up a whole assumption, and you ran with the assumption for like 2 weeks, and now everybody just thinks that assumption is actual fact of what Xbox is doing. It's weird. It's weird.
Shout out to Bobo. He says 10 million is about 350 million profits. Movies hardly make. Can't validate that, but all right. Thank you for the super chat, Bobo. Comment for me to research. I wonder how much profits movies do make. That's interesting compared to gaming. But yeah, you're right. You know, and it's like, I'm not saying that the podcast needs to be designed to destroy the brand. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. Right? I mean, you could be positive. You could talk about the good stuff in Xbox. There's some good stuff about it. But when this made up shit, like, there's some shit that's just straight up made up. Like, this is not real. Like, what you're saying doesn't exist. Like, it's not real. It's fake. Like, you just made up a fake scenario. And now this is leading to some perceived reality that people are, I'm like, yo, all right, this is crazy. Like, what the hell is going on? Or it becomes an advertisement. Like, yo, how many podcasts can you actually just consistently just repeat the same thing about Game Pass? Like, every week, man, Game Pass great. I never played as much games in my life. All right, cool. But you're gonna say that 100 times a year?
What has Game Pass done for you?
Yeah, like holy cow, you're gonna repeat that same statement? Like, all right, got it. You're playing games. Hell, if you're playing this amount of games on Game Pass, how about you stop saying you're playing this amount of games thanks to Game Pass and actually say the games you're playing? All right, fine. You're playing Game Pass, and now you're playing more games. You're deep diving into genres you never played before. What genre that you started playing on Game Pass that you never played before? Oh, you know, I never played, you know, Yakuza, but thanks to Game Pass, I played Like a Dragon. Cool, let's talk about it. Talk about it. Why didn't you like it before, and why do you like it now? What stuff like that?
That's too much truth. That's too much truth.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what made you not want to play it before, but now that you did play it, what did you realize you were missing out? I'm cool with that. Talk about that. Let me know. You know, but not even that. No. Not even that. They're not about that. They're not about that. Yeah, not even that. If this is what you want to talk about and you're giving praise to Game Pass, cool. What are the games you're playing? What are the games you're playing that you never even thought? And I would be interested on, you know, like Yakuza, right? When I saw Yakuza, right? I'll be honest, for a little bit, I wasn't interested in it, right? So I didn't play on the PS3. When I finally played on the PS4, it was because somebody I was on a podcast talking about how I loved Shenmue. And somebody goes, hey, you play Yakuza or whatever? I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. Like, bro, you do realize that's pretty much Shenmue. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, bro, look at the gameplay. If you love Shenmue, bro, it's literally the spiritual successor. I'm like, all right, let me check it out. And then when I saw the gameplay, I'm like, oh, shit, all this time. Like, it's a different way, obviously, but holy shit. So I bought all of them, started playing them. I kind of stopped. I need to get back on the M one. But I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, all this time, and I didn't fucking realize it, right? Because nobody really explained it to me that way. But whatever. But what's funny is Shenmue was on the Xbox too. So there's fans of that game. So I don't know why. Granted, it wasn't on Xbox, but I don't know why they just didn't get a PlayStation to play Yakuza. But anyway. But they could do that. Hey, Xbox is great. I'm playing all these games. Cool. What games you playing? Oh, you know, a couple of games here and there. Cool. What are the games here and there? You know, a few things I saw. What are the things you saw? You know, I saw this on the list. What are the things? Like, they keep ignoring the question. Like, what? Name me the game, man. Like, what are you playing? Like, what is it playing that you are now happy and talk about it? I'll take that any day. You know what I'm saying? But not even that.
Or they never really speak on their own experiences either. Like, it's always what the community's saying or what other gamers are saying, other gamers experience. I noticed that a lot with a lot of Xbox people.
You know, now I will say I'm happy that I'm seeing many Xbox posts on the what's that game? Until Dusk.
Yeah.
Or what is it? After Dusk. What's the game called?
After Dawn or Dusk.
After. Let me see. Let me see. It's called. Is it called After Dusk?
Something Dusk. I know that. And they're doing that in Power Wash Simulator.
Hey, chat. What's the game called? Is it After Dusk? Because I'm typing it, but it doesn't look like that's the game.
As Dusk Falls.
Dusk Falls. There you go. As Dusk Falls. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize it was a slideshow type thing. But I'm not knocking the game, so I'm gonna put this off. I did not knock the game because I enjoy story-driven games. You know, I enjoyed Heavy Rain. I enjoyed Fahrenheit, Detroit Become Human, Beyond. What is it? Beyond Two Souls. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls. So I'm Telltale games. Love them. Love the Telltale games, right? And sure, a lot of people complain that not a lot of gameplay. Cool, I understand that. But I do love how great the decision making is that leads to the story. I just love the outcome, and I love that. So I'm sure I would enjoy it As Dusk Falls.
Yeah, I don't bash games like that. You play them when you play them. Yeah. If you don't want to play them right now, you don't want to play them. But yeah, I don't bash games like that because I play many of those narrative-driven games like that as well.
Yeah, so. And what's interesting though, there's plenty of people who bashed movie games, narrative games, but they loving some As Dusk Falls. So I'm like, yo, shout out to you guys, because you guys have no idea how much receipt you provided me. So I'm just waiting for the day, you know, PlayStation pulls out something, and y'all like, oh, this fucking movie game. I'm gonna be like, skirt.
Oh man,
skirt. I'll be like, it's time to collect taxes. I'm gonna be collecting these taxes. Listen, y'all already listen. Movie games are okay. Xbox community said, hey, this is okay. I see someone be like, yo, the story is great, the decision's great. Oh, they're loving it, and I'm happy for them. Because it does look good. It looks like there's some good consequences. I've seen some actual, not a lot, but I've seen a few Xbox guys post gameplay trailers on, you know, of their gameplay on Twitter and the decision makings that they have to partake. I'm like, yo, this looks pretty good. I'm happy for them. I'm happy you're enjoying it, and I'm happy you provided receipts. Because go ahead and do some crazy shit and see how fast that tax collector's coming. We're about to collect taxes on this one. All right. Shout out to the Batsai. He said the Batosai. He said Batosai.
Yeah.
Oh, Batosai. I apologize. He said a lot of gamers do not deserve to play games because they're a bunch of crying entitled vegetables. They got gameplay enhancements, yet they ass wants to go prone. BS. Always new Sony games. BS. Always new Sony games. You know what I'm saying? I know during the space, people ask, how do I feel about, is it because of the lack of prone or dodge? I said it's not because of that. Because to me, that's not that big of a deal. Sure, I understand people that will like it, but my reason for not really wanting to play The Last of Us Remake isn't because of prone and dodge. Because if they would have had that, I still would have not played it, right? I think what it would entice me to really get out and play the game if they did a complete overhaul of the combat engine and gameplay engine to demonstrate what was coming for the next generation. Maybe if they would have done that, where it's like a new combat engine, a new whatever, and I'm sure that would have upset the Last of Us purists, right? So I'm not saying it's a right or wrong situation. I'm just saying what I would have done to be like, you know what?
Yo, PlayStation fans be lying too, man. P-Rock, yo. Because now everybody want to be like, oh, I'm Albert Einstein in the game, and I always knew he wasn't going to have Last of Us Part 2 gameplay in there.
Yeah.
You full of shit, because how long has these podcasts has been going on? And that's what I know for sure on Whoops and my show. You know, I've been saying, yo, I would love the Last of Us story with Part 2 gameplay, and people's like, yeah, man, yo, I can't wait to get this joint, man. I can't wait to now all of a sudden.
Oh, everybody knew.
I always knew it. Let's get out of here, man. It's not lying.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest too. I thought that was one of the things they were gonna do. I thought that they were gonna take the Last of Us 2 engine.
That's what everybody thought.
Yeah,
bro.
everybody thought that. I mean, that was the only thing that made it. It's not an unrealistic viewpoint. I think that I thought, because the game's being built from the ground up, I honestly thought, they're gonna build it from the ground up, all new graphic enhancements. I mean, graphic, whatever, fidelity, all this new stuff. Plus, they're gonna use the Last of Us 2 combat engine and animation, or maybe even something better. That was because we didn't have anything, so it's not like we had much information to go off. All we had was assumptions, but that's not a bad assumption to think they're gonna use the Last of Us 2. I don't think there was that many people that thought they were gonna keep similarities with the first one. I don't think anyone. Nobody really said that.
They said enhanced exploration and combat. As soon as we saw that, especially when they said modernized gameplay, as soon as we said that, my understanding was, so it's Last of Us Part 1 with Last of Us Part 2 gameplay, because they upped the enemy AI like Last of Us Part 2. They upped a lot of things like Last of Us Part 2 outside of certain combat situations or decisions that
Doc,
you can do in the game.
Yeah, Doctor, come in, bro. Punk ass. And you ain't wish your brother happy birthday? Boy, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Crazy.
Man, see, this Xbox shit even separating families, bro. Like, yo, look at this shit, bro. Look what I got. This loyal bastard here. Fucking disloyal, man. No wonder.
Very, very disrespectful, man. Dark. Yeah, he ain't address that. He ain't address
this guy. To you. Yeah, this guy. No wonder we left your ass.
Happy birthday.
Let me add a clap.
Mira, cabrón. Mira, coño.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, man, they're about to deport us if you keep talking like that, bro.
Estas son las mañanitas.
You gotta add the clap.
Oh shit, man. Oh shit. We need the congas. What's up, my brother?
Hey Jay, what up, Jay Barrio?
Yo, what's good, man?
Oh man, bro, I've been acting a fool on Twitter today,
I saw your screenshot of the spaces. Yo, I was dying laughing. He said ponies out here coping. They're trying to strategize. Yo, that shit is funny. Like, let me show y'all this shit. Yo, my man Guap, he's like, yo, your baby brother showing taking sneak this. And I saw it, I'm like, yo, that shit had me laughing. I'm like, yo, that's baby bro, man. Don't sleep on him.
Oh my God!
He catches us slipping. He's gonna go after.
I can imagine the spaces this week, man, for sure.
No, espérate, ese tipo, that dude Guap had like 136 ponies in your galloping, bro.
Funny. Yo, that shit is funny, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the Warhorse Council.
But good on him. He actually invited me to go in. I just didn't have a chance to go in.
Hell yeah, Guap, good dude, man. He got some good spaces.
I do got a serious question for y'all, and then I'll go back to the captain. All
right. What's up?
All right, so for you and Jay, I'm being dead ass, right? So you guys know I don't like this whole $70 game shit, right? But my whole thing is...
Wait, hold up, because you don't make that much in mangoes, so I get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mangoes don't be going for $70.
Oh, whatever, man.
Hold on, let me show the chat. Look at the shit my brother be doing. Look at this.
Go ahead.
Look at this screenshot. My man out here catching us. Thank God you probably took the screenshot. Either I left or I didn't join the room. Well, 22 minutes.
You went in there?
I went in there for a little bit. So I'm glad my screenshot wasn't there. Look at that. My man said ponies holding in emergency spaces.
In there.
Right. Trying to figure out how to move the goalpost. Oh man!
Hey yo, why he?
They got Persona, man. Oh, they call Persona. Oh, shit, trash. They got him.
Yo, why he add the hashtags though, P Rock?
Yeah,
gaming and PS5.
He got to make sure he gotta add gaming and PS5.
Yeah, he peeps the hashtag. Yeah, because
disrespectful.
They got my homegirl. They got my homegirl Morgan Kimes too. Oh man, this is you bad disrespectful. But what's your serious question?
Oh, that shit was dying. All right, so obviously I don't like this whole $70 game stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I get it, right? You know, games drop in price and eventually all this other stuff. They're saying that the reason for the $70 games is because these games are taking a lot more to make and there's a lot more stuff involved. Okay. I really don't know how they justify the $70 for this game when the story and the main baseline of this game is already done, right? So they're not writing a new script, they're not reacting stuff out, right? So it's like, what is the $70 point of this? You know what I'm saying? Because what scares me is if they can justify The Last of Us being $70, then another new game that comes out that no shit is brand new, why wouldn't they be able to justify that that's $80 now? You get what I'm saying? Or am I tripping? Am I afraid of something that I shouldn't be afraid of?
So you're afraid of something that's already happened. I mean, I'll give you a hint. I'll tell you right now. Madden is $70, and that motherfucker had a stadium from 2019, and they found it. You know what I'm saying? So the problem with $70, the problem with any price increase is some people will do it when they don't deserve to do it. So you have like EA is notorious for that, and Madden 2K is another one. Their game should not be $70 because they're using the same asset. Like, bro, Madden fucking had, excuse my language, but it had a 2019 stadium, bro. They didn't even change the year to 2021. They just put that shit in there, maybe updated some assets, and somebody zoomed in on the billboard like, wait a minute, this shit said Madden 2019. Like, yo, what's going on here? And this is the $70 Xbox PS5 version one. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, yo, they're cutting corners and stuff like that, right? I'm going to take this back to the 360. And the reason why I'm taking back to it is because we've been through this phase before. So PlayStation 2 games and 64, not PlayStation 2, PlayStation 2, GameCube games, and OG Xbox games was $50. Xbox 360 was the first next generation console to launch. It launched in 2005, and they wanted to get ahead of PlayStation 3 and Nintendo, so they launched it. And right off the bat, the Xbox 360 games were $60. It was a $10 price increase. And I remember that year, because I remember PC gamers was ragging the shit out of Xbox guys, even PlayStation 2 guys, because the first generation games of Xbox 360 didn't look too good. I remember just seeing it, and we didn't have YouTube, all that stuff. It was mostly done in forums. You know, you'll go to GameSpot forums, Game Informer. I remember Game Trailer forums and stuff like that. People will post pictures of these first gen Xbox 360 games, and then they will post a picture of PlayStation 2 Snake Eater. Now, if you know Snake Eater towards the end, that shit was like one of the top graphics of that era, because that shit was fucking beautiful for its time. So they would compare that with Condemned or another game, and everybody's like, yo, where's the fucking next gen? Why is this just $60? So all this shit that's happening now, yo, 360 was getting flamed or whatever. But then over time, a year later, a game called Gears of War came out, and nobody criticized that game for being $60. That shit was like, yo, this shit is crazy. This shit is dope. Eventually, PC games started going to $60. So then PC gamers like, oh, this will never happen to us. We are PC master race. Nah, motherfucker. That shit started becoming $60 too. That shit, it's just naturally a progression. The problem is, while we're in this transition, some people are going to charge the game $70 when they shouldn't. And then there's people who's going to charge the game $70, and you can see why. But we're in this mid-gap of cross-gen games and stuff like that. So some people are going to take advantage. I would say a game like The Last of Us Remake is going to be hard to justify $70. It's really going to be based on personal opinion. But I said for many times, remakes of PS4 games is going to be hard to justify. Because PS4 games look pretty good. You know, it's not like we're not talking. We're not talking about a PS3, PS2 game. PS4 games in itself look really good. They're at 60 frames for some. So when you do a remake of a PS4 games, you really got to bring it to the table. Now, graphically, it does look like, if this video and the trailer that they showed, you can see the assets, you can see the work and stuff like that. Now, I will say this: we gamers can't have it both ways, to be honest. In a broad spectrum of this whole conversation, we want better graphics. We want ray tracing. You know, we want improved textures, improved lighting.
Well, I don't know if anybody asked for ray tracing.
What?
I don't know if anybody asked for ray tracing.
Well, once they announced it, and once they sold it to us, they gotta deliver. Is that because the consoles, they told us, hey, $500, these consoles are doing ray tracing, all right?
All right? Most gamers you will pick frames over ray tracing.
Oh, that's true. That I will agree. If they can't deliver both, then yeah, take the frames over the ray tracing, right? But the console does ray tracing. We pay $500. The company advertised to us, hey, this has ray tracing. All right, so then deliver it. Figure it out. That's your job. You figure it out.
Be careful, P-Rock. Last time you said that, big bro, they attacked you.
Oh, I'm still saying it. I'm always going to say it. Like, yo, you know the job we do. We got paid to figure shit out, right?
Exactly.
So we're going to, guess what we got to do?
Figure that shit out.
Or get a new job.
Exactly. Yep.
Work somewhere else, right?
Right. The door's right there. Yep. Okay.
But, to be fair, if they delivering new shit, if the industries are saying, hey, we got new shit, we got new technology, we got all this, RDNA 2.0, whatever, and I work in the industry, I'm like, all right, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to figure it out. Oh, look, I make a quality game. But guess what? You got to pay me more. Because I'm learning new shit. I'm adapting to new shit. And through my time and my talent, I'm developing my skills, improving my skills, so I can provide all these tools that you guys are providing. Cool. But I want to get paid too. I'm not going to earn the same amount of money making this new shit, figuring out ray tracing at 60 frames, resolution, all this stuff. But yeah, I still get paid the same that I did 5-10 years ago. Because remember, when the games increased to $60, that was 2005. It's 2022.
Dog, so you just figured something out.
You see, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to get the same salary I got in 2005 making these games when you want me to do more. And then I'm going to spend longer. I'm going to crunch harder. Cool, I'll crunch. I'll crunch like the captain. But I'm going to get paid like Derek Jeter, who's also the captain. You got to pay me more. On the flip side, on another angle, these games are getting more expensive. Gamers are not going to settle for, we want to see the games get better. We want to see the games just improve all across the board. It's going to cost money. It's going to cost money, which means budgets are going to go up, right? And as the budgets go up, and they get more expensive. And I'm not saying this to feel sorry for the company. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying you got to look at reality. If at one time companies was only spending $50 million to make games, now they got to spend $200 million. That means if the game flop, you're flopping at $200 million.
Yeah, so bigger deficit.
So yeah, bigger deficit, bigger damage. So if I'm going to get the bigger damage, then I'm going to go for the bigger glory too. I'm going to balance it out. Which means I want more money for these games. Because if you expect me to give you 200, 300 million, which means if this game flops, I'm going to be hurting as a publisher. Well, guess what? I want more revenue per sale. Drop that $70. The problem is some people are taking advantage of that. Like EA is notorious. I'm thinking Activision is also in that pool. Ubisoft are the biggest ones. That's the problem.
Okay, so long story short, I
got a simple answer.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Answer for you, Dark there, P-Rock's brother.
Dale.
Price went up. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Óyelo.
Oh shit, this bad. The man said inflation.
No.
That's what you listen. That's what he said. He said that's what you get for voting for Biden.
No. Biden's fault. Jay knows the real question. Jay, let me remind you the question because my brother went on he went all the way down the rabbit hole. He even figured out something he doesn't realize he even figured out. I'm gonna use it for a video. No, I'm not telling you. I need my views. Anyway,
shit.
Oh yeah. So the question, Jay, was if this game. So Big Bro already admitted that this game, any remake should probably not be $70. Right?
No, I said it's going to be hard. No, see, I said it'll be hard to justify. It'll be harder. It'll be harder to justify as compared to a PS3, PS2, PS1 game. It's going to be harder.
Right.
It's a tougher battle. See, you already fucking up. You want some slick shit.
Yeah. Hold on. So Jay, hold on. I'm writing all this stuff down for my Twitter. So Jay,
in Spanish or English? Better translate that shit right.
And hold on.
Do it both. Yeah, do both.
Hold on. So Jay, damn man, let me ask you the damn question. So Jay, the thing is, them doing this for $70, this remake, and us accepting it, does that make them more bold so that the new games come out? They'll be like, hey, they accepted a remake for $70. Now all these new games. Nah, remember we said we're gonna make them 70. Now we're gonna make them 80.
Nah,
because it's a brand new game. What do you think?
I don't think PlayStation is gonna up the 80.
No.
From my understanding, from talking with Sean Layden and other people, that I said it in the Fat Joe man. The video of Fat Joe got price went up, but at the end of the day, the reason why you're seeing that from PlayStation is that PlayStation, when it comes to development of their games, their budget is way higher than majority of the industry's budget. You know what I mean? They went from 100 million, now it's like 200 and something million for these big ass games. So that's why you're seeing these prices go up. And The Last of Us Part 1 remake is not the first remake that you saw a $70 game price. That was Demon Souls. You know what I mean? And if you look at Demon Souls, tell me a game that looks better than that currently on any other platform. You know what I mean? Like I feel that I understand people's like worry or their complaint when it comes to the $7 stuff, especially like with Last of Us Part 1 and there's no multiplayer in there. My whole angle on the whole $70 for them is like it depends on how they distribute that factions, in my opinion. Like currently I feel like $70 for that game is a little bit too much to ask. But for me that love the game, this is only me speaking, I'm speaking subjectively, I don't have a problem paying for it. But if I look at it objectively,
Hello?
Oh, they got him.
God, they took him out. He was
did I bounce out?
Oh, there you go. You're back.
Oh shit! I thought Guapzilla got you.
Nah. I had a call that came in. But like I can see people's angle as far as like the issue with it. But it depends on how Naughty Dog distributes the multiplayer, right? So if you already purchased this game, I feel that they should be offering factions free for anybody that's purchased Part 1 remake, in my opinion. You know how Ghost of Tsushima did it? If they did like Ghost of Tsushima, I would have had no issue with $7. Mm-hmm. Ghost of Tsushima, you had that base game, and they added on Legends later on that was free for anybody that already purchased Ghost of Tsushima. But guess what? If you didn't have Ghost of Tsushima and you just want to play the online, you can purchase that separately. You know what I mean? I feel like they should do the same thing with that. And that I can see the $70 being a little bit more justified. But it depends on how they handle that multiplayer, in my personal opinion. But that can go anyway, to be honest.
Hey, okay. Hey, hit that like button or prepare to get these ads. You know what I'm saying? I will hit the ad button. Nah, I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. So your fear of $80. So listen, the $70 thing is not I don't know why people keep referring to it as if a Sony thing. They weren't even the first ones to announce it. The first ones to announce it, I think it was 2K, and then EA, and then Sony. So that's going to be an industry price increase across the board. It's just once we get past this cross-gen window and people fully leave the Xbox One and PS4 platforms and they're just fully embraced with the next generation consoles, and then they're going to try to max out to these games, they're going to charge that $70. You honestly think Capcom, Square Enix are going to keep selling the games at $60? And they're just gonna let Sony and 2K and EA bask in this $70 greatness. Hell no! Once everybody is $70, then no one's gonna get the blunt of the conversation. Microsoft is gonna raise this game to $70, and they get to use it more than anybody else because they can at least say, "Oh, you don't want to pay $70? Play it on Game Pass."
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually it's kind of shady, but they could use that as a marketing advertisement to Game Pass.
So you explained something, big bro, that I wasn't even thinking about. I don't know if Jay even caught this too. So you were saying about how the developers and using all these tools and learning these new techniques, right? And I didn't even think about it, but to me, after just hearing you talk, the biggest crutch or the biggest justification for them to do this would be the ray tracing, because talking about 4K or the higher frame rates, that's been something that's been done already. Yes. But ray tracing is something that so damn, I get that. But I don't, again, everybody's different, right? Everybody's like Jay said, everything's subjective, right? I would give up ray tracing all day. I'll be honest with you, sometimes I put ray tracing on, like if I'm playing like Spider-Man or something, and I turn it off and it I don't know if it necessarily looks better. It's almost like a personal preference. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the game looks great without ray tracing as well. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But to be able for that to be the justifying price.
Nah, you tripping, Dart. It looks way better with ray tracing.
No, chill. Because sometimes the ray tracing is, and obviously it's new technology, so it's not fully there yet, right? Like there's one of the beginning scenes in Spider-Man Remastered. You're walking inside this building, and if you have ray tracing on, there's a red tree that literally it looks like the floor is a mirror. But floors aren't mirrors. Like I've been in tiled floors before. You know what I mean? They aren't mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Same thing when you walk by a window. Like you walk by a window in New York or whatever. Like the windows aren't all mirrors. Yeah, there's some windows that are mirrors that look like that, but the windows aren't like that. So it just depends how they implement it. But I'm sure it's gonna get better and stuff like that.
But you need the skill sets.
Ray tracing is supposed to give you an accurate like reflection as far as how this will be viewed as far as a reflection. You know what I mean? Like, with Spider-Man, of course they went a little overboard with the mirrors on the buildings because it's not a one-to-one accuracy as far as how New York City is built and how the buildings are. That's just more video game stuff. But if you turn off ray tracing and turn on ray tracing, you will see a huge difference between the games as far as just how reflections will look, how lighting it is. Like it's a big difference in my opinion. Like especially with Ratchet, Spider-Man, like the games look great without it. Yeah, I agree with you on that. But when you turn that shit on, you can see why. Okay, I can see why the frame rates is now 30 frames per second here because this looks that's on a graphical level way better.
Mm-hmm. Let me say just one last thing, big bro. I think like especially with The Last of Us, which you guys both mentioned. If they would have done something like, and obviously I'm biased because I like this game. If they would have done something like a remake to like Infamous and dropped that game with that gameplay on something like the PS5, right? And they wanted to charge $70 for it. Okay, now you got my attention. Now I'm compelled. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a PS. You're talking about the one on PS3?
PS3 PS3 game.
But like I said, it's a PS3 game. So you're talking a jump from, I don't think Infamous was even, it was like 720p, 30 frames. So you're talking about 720 going from that to 4K, new assets, new particle effects. Like it's just a whole new fucking game at this point. That it's kind of like Demon's Souls. So Demon's Souls. The older the game, the more justifiable. The easier to justify. It's very simple. Facts. PS4 games. Facts. I would say the only PS4 game I think that people won't have a problem with a remake would be Bloodborne, because for whatever reason you're stuck at 30 frames for that game. And people will pay $100 just to play at 60. Like they just want to play Bloodborne at 60. Like fuck, release a patch or put it on PC. Just for whatever reason, man, that game is stuck on 30. Sony hasn't even created a boost patch. They did nothing with it, and it's pissing a lot of people off to the point that I honestly believe Sony said, "Hey, remake a Bloodborne, $100." People will say, "Fuck it. If this is what we gotta do." If this is what it takes, we'll do it.
That's an instant cop.
I would say that's the only game that will get away with it, but that's only because we've been stuck at 30 for so goddamn long, and people are just like, can't just boost the frames. That's really all you need to do. Just release a patch, create a software patch that you could run the game at 60 frames. That's all. That's the only thing people are asking for Bloodborne. That's all they want. Bloodborne at 60 frames. That's it. That's it. You don't even have to improve the graphics. Just give us 60 frames. That's probably the only game. But everything else,
I know I don't buy games. How long till this Last of Us remaster drops on premium?
Oh shit, like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So you'll be all right.
Yeah, you think it'll be that long?
Yeah, I think it'll be a while.
Jay, what do you think? 2 years?
Well, for the Last of Us remake?
Yeah, to drop on premium.
I'd say 2 years.
I would say after couple of months after the show is done. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. I say beginning of 2024.
I say 2024, maybe. Yeah, be on premium, and then a year later on PS Plus free. That's what's gonna suck. I'm gonna tell you now. This premium shit is gonna fucking impact like the essential monthly free games. I guarantee it. The monthly free games ain't gonna be as good as what Sony's been doing. There's gonna be some. It's just gonna not be as good.
If I was Sony, I would be an asshole and I would figure out when that Starfield date is dropping, and I would drop God of War and this game and every other goddamn game on that same day on premium.
Next year when you do it.
That's what I would do. On the same day that Starfield's dropping, I'm dropping all these games on premium, and then you got a choice of either joining premium and buying Starfield or whatever, or you know what I'm saying? It'd be funny. Wouldn't it be some shit like, oh snap, on the day that Starfield dropped, PS Plus premium subscriptions went up.
Yeah.
One
more thing about the price increase, and this is, I think we can all agree. A lot of stuff is subjective, but there's a lot more developers making games now. Like, you're talking about 1,000 people now making a game, as compared to back then, you could have 100 people. Like, I think Uncharted 1 and 2 was like 100, 200, while The Last of Us 2 was like, wow, over 1,000? Obviously, temp agencies and all that shit, but god damn, 1,000 people on this fucking project? You gotta pay them. That's just crazy. So, I mean, I don't mind the $10, but again, I think that's a game-to-game basis. You know, after I seen what they did to Madden, I'm like, I ain't touching another Madden until I genuinely see actual next generation bells and whistles that justify $70. That's why I didn't buy Madden the last 2 times. Not doing it. And I'm not even fucking with 2K. I'm staying away from those games until EA proves to me whatever. The Last of Us, I'm not buying it mostly because, again, I already know the story. I played it multiple times. Beat it on PS3. Beat it twice on PS4. You know, the combat is, while it's improved, I don't think it's enough for me. Like, if it would have been like a total revamp of the combat and gameplay, and I know that would probably piss off a lot of The Last of Us 1 purists. Yeah. But, you know, so I understand that. But I'm just saying, if it was completely unique combat, just a whole new engine, so I could experience a whole new way of gameplay, then I would have been down. But
hey, yo, ain't nobody being pissed off of Last of Us Part 2 gameplay on Part 1. Who the fuck would be pissed off at that? I don't give a damn if you're a purist or not. That would be crazy to be pissed off at.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not buying it. You know, would I check it out maybe 2 years down the line, whatever, for $30, $20, maybe. If it's a free, you know, I could probably, you know, I'll probably cop it at $20, $30. But right now, there's just more newer games I want to play.
Hey, yo, dog, don't listen to P-Rock, man. P-Rock out here, he bluffing the whole community right now.
P-Rock,
I don't bluff.
He gonna
log out, bro, and he gonna go offline. Bro, and he gonna be playing the laptop.
No, because I don't hide. I don't listen. I could go offline, but I don't hide my trophies. So you're gonna see, hey, yo, P-Rock, what's up with this platinum? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking? That was I game share with Doc Dark. He did that. You know what I'm saying? He played that shit. Don't do that to me. Nah, I'm gonna blame you. Exactly. I game share with Doc Dark. He did that. Hey, yo, Xbox community, look what Doc Dark platinum.
Hey, there were some actual Sony people that were mad because I got some messages on my PS5. People telling me like, I canceled my pre-order. That
leak, because of the leak, right?
Because of the leak, yeah. And then they came out with that damn freaking trailer.
And now they gotta go back and pre-order it.
They were too late.
They're like, now they gotta go back and pre-order it again. Like, fuck. I tell you, man. That's what I'm saying. But it is.
Hey, listen, y'all gotta stop believing these people when they say that they lying to y'all, man. They didn't pre-order in the first place, or if the ones that did pre-order, they didn't cancel that joint. Nobody's trying to go to the hoops and ladders to cancel a pre-order digitally. Because you do have you got to call them up. Yeah. You got to tell them like, yo, I want to cancel this. I ain't trying to do all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. So yo, Doc, how you liking your PS5 now that you're actually part of next gen now?
I gotta finish. I'm playing Ninja Gaiden right now on my Xbox Series X, and as soon as I'm done with that, then I'm gonna run through the Spider-Man. So I'll let you know exactly how I like it. I'll be honest.
How does it feel to actually have a next gen?
Hold on. Hold on. You're playing Ninja Gaiden.
Yo, Ninja Gaiden. That's just fire, bro. You don't like it?
No, I love it. But I played that shit like 15 years ago. So you're playing that game now instead of the greatness of Spider-Man. Like, what kind of TV you have? You have VR on your TV?
I got VR on my monitor.
Yeah. Oh shit, this guy on monitor. Oh,
yo, he tripping.
Oh shit, man! This is, what kind of man? Can man, what are we doing? I don't even know what to say now. You got me befuddled. What
do you want me to do?
You got me befuddled. I don't even know what to say, man. This guy's playing. This guy's playing.
That's not for us.
Like, you know what you're playing? You're playing the what? Which Ninja Gaiden you're playing? The
Sigma.
Mm-hmm.
The trilogy
running
at 60.
You're playing the trilogy that they remastered.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's remastered.
Yeah, the remaster one. This guy's playing the remastered Sigma trilogy. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
What's wrong with that?
Over Spider-Man. Like, I'm not saying nothing wrong playing it. I'm just saying you haven't beat Spider-Man yet on the PS5 with that ray tracing goodness and the bells and whistles.
I mean, I looked at it. It was. I mean, it looks nice. It looks nice. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play once I'm done with Sigma though. I'm enjoying Sigma.
Man, I can't wait.
I'm enjoying the combat in Sigma a lot, man. I don't know.
I feel you.
Didn't you say you liked it?
I love it.
What has better combat?
What do you mean? Between who? Like between who?
Between that Spider-Man game and Sigma.
But Sigma, because that's an actual combat game.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden, you would compare Ninja Gaiden to like Bayonetta, Devil May Cry.
I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 2 because I anticipate that I'm probably not gonna die as much as I'm dying in Sigma.
Oh yeah, Sigma. It's
gonna be a much more.
See, if you're really hardcore, you would play Ninja Gaiden Black, because Sigma made it easier.
Where the hell? Who got that? Who got the black one? PS5.
That's no Xbox. Ninja Gaiden Black. That's the OG one. That's the hard one. Sigma, I think, made it easy. I think
I don't got nothing to prove. I'm good. Okay. Sigma's kicking my ass right now, bro.
Oh shit, you're gonna finish.
Sigma's kicking my ass right now.
And yo, have you got Returnal?
I downloaded it. I haven't played it yet.
So we need to
It's on PS Plus.
Yeah. Oh shit, this guy.
It's on PS Plus Premium.
Did you get Premium? You signed up for that?
Didn't I tell you I was gonna get? What did you remember? I said, "What am I gonna play on the PlayStation 5? Game Pass is the same thing."
Man,
I wasn't lying.
I thought you were bullshitting. You are. This guy's a subscription whore. Fuck.
Oh yes, I am. The only thing is though, I think I messed up. I should have probably gotten extra. Because I'm not really looking at that classic catalog like that.
That's what I did, yeah.
I should have gotten extra instead of premium.
Because you're mostly going to play the PS4, PS5, not the PS3. Can you downgrade?
Yeah, you can. After your year goes up.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, so you didn't do the trick to like bump up years and shit like that?
No, I didn't even do that on Xbox. I didn't go buy Pop-Tart boxes.
No, I'm talking about
I don't even know.
Like you go retail price.
No, like a lot of people. No, a lot of
support the developers.
Yeah, no. Oh, here we go. This guy's not support. Yeah, all right. Let me shut the fuck up. That's not even the developers. You're supporting the cloud network.
No, listen. I was pissed though that the PlayStation the Spider-Man that they have on PlayStation Premium is not the remastered version. They have the Game of the Year edition, which has all the other shit, but it's still the PS4. So I had to pay $20 to upgrade that shit. I was pissed. It's like, come on, man. They couldn't put Spider-Man remastered on that
so it's not the PS5 on premium. It's PS4.
Yeah.
And what about is Miles Morales on there?
It is, and it is a PS5 version.
Okay, that's weird. They gotta be. They gotta fix that. They gotta be more consistent. That's
not only that, but if you go on PlayStation Premium, a lot of the games on there, like it gives you the option whether or not you want to download the PS4 version or the PS5 version, which to me confuses the shit out of me. Like if I got a PS5, why the hell would I want to download a PS4 version of a game? Like it should be automatic.
If you're a trophy hunter,
because you get two separate trophies.
If you do the PS4, then it would transfer all the trophies.
So that's what the trophy hunters are doing. So instead of playing the PS5 version, they'll play the PS4 version, get the platinum, and then they would download the PS5. Upload the save file, and then everything just automatically pops up. So you just got two platinums.
It's a trophy.
So it gives you two platinums though when you really didn't get two platinums.
Yeah, because it's a separate build. So some games, if you play the PS4 version, and then all of a sudden they got the PS5 version, you download the PS5 version. Some of them say, "Hey, you can transfer your PS4 save file over to PS5 so you could continue a game on the PS5." When you do that, every trophy that you earn on the PS4 will automatically be applied on the PS5 version. It just automatically it just be like and if you planned it, it just
you get that platinum.
You get that platinum. So it's like two platinums in one shot.
Oh shit, that's kind of like cheating.
Well,
okay.
It's like, I mean, but is it?
No, not really. It's the same game. It's the same game. But but you're still getting two platinums though.
Yeah, but you get two platinums. So that's I'm seeing that a lot now. Like, holy shit, these guys, but it is what it is, stuff.
Automatically, I'm cutting everyone's platinums by half.
How
I'm cutting
like all of that. Even if you didn't do it, sorry.
Even if you didn't do it,
I'm not investigating.
No, I said my big bro told me this is what y'all doing. So
listen, let me ask you this: how you liking premium? What is your opinion about the actual catalog. All right, the catalog of games on Premium versus the catalog games on Game Pass. How far apart are they? Like, what would you say, in your opinion?
I would have to play more of the premium catalog. So here's the thing. As far listen. As far as more current blockbuster hits, definitely PlayStation, right? Because I still got to play Ghost, which I heard is amazing, right? People are going to tell me I'm not going to be disappointed in playing Ghost. They got Death Stranding, which I heard was really good. They got
I'm gonna warn you.
What?
It's a 50. There's a 50-50 chance you're not gonna like it. That game is very divisive.
Oh, really?
So I'm gonna let you
I
know.
thought people were saying Days Gone. People were saying Days Gone is amazing.
I think Days Gone is good. It takes a while to get good, but I thought it was good.
Okay. Obviously, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I don't think you're gonna like. I don't think you're gonna like Death Stranding.
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna
maybe not. I'll try.
You'll try it.
Death Stranding. I tapped out of that game.
Yeah.
I got to like chapter 5 or 6. I think,
I'm telling you, it's very divisive. I have a feeling you're gonna hit me up and be like, "Yo, brother, I will never listen to a PlayStation fan again when it comes to games." I'm telling you, I don't think you're gonna like Death Stranding at all. I don't think you're gonna like. You're gonna. I would wager you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this bullshit?" I would be surprised if you like that game. I would be shocked.
Man, now you got me tripping.
Try it. I'll say it's unique. I'll say that much, but you may not like it. You might be like, "What the fuck? This is." I'll say this. You're gonna be like, "This is what you fucking do all game," and then I'll let you figure it out for yourself.
Yeah. So
but I don't think you like it.
No, the biggest reason I still have Game Pass above PlayStation Premium is because of that whole PS3 catalog. Like I actually I actually streamed Ninja Gaiden Sigma on the PS5 because I actually have it, right? Just to see what it would look like. And yeah, even though the streaming worked, it still doesn't look the same as actually being able to download it. And
it needs to be native.
It needs to be native. And that right there, there's a lot of gems that a lot of people haven't played. And I think if anything, this generation, I think a lot of people have learned that it's okay to play old games. You know what I mean? Especially while you're waiting for something new to drop. I mean, I'm on the Xbox side, so I got nothing else to do, right? I gotta wait. And even you told me, you said
it's gonna happen.
But you told me, okay, let's see how long it takes until you run out, right? Okay, I'm still playing, right? So we'll see. But now that I got the PlayStation, I got a lot of games to catch up on that, right? Honestly, when I look at both of these subscription services and having both of them, like my back catalog went from almost nothing to an incredible amount. That's like I don't see myself ever catching up. So there's gonna be games that I'm just gonna have to miss.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's natural. There's gonna be games there's just gonna be gens you just have to move on from and be like, oh well, I played what I played. You know. Yeah. Now I know there's a lot of shit talking. So to make it clear, there's nothing wrong with playing old games or games you have yet to catch up or you still have a backlog. What we're saying is it is not good to base your console on the fundamental concept of play a bunch of old games. Because if you're buying a next generation console, you got it. You should have backwards compatibility. It should be good. Got it. We got that, right? But it shouldn't be about that. That's kind of like almost like a no-brainer. Yeah, you got a new console. You're moving from one platform to another. You bring your games over. Sure, make it a little bit better. But that new platform should be about the new stuff because you bought the new shit. So you want new shit. You don't want to worry about the old shit. The old shit's cool. You already know about the old shit. Sure, you haven't played the old shit yet. Sure, catch up when you can. But the new shit should be about the new shit. It should be about, yo, check out this new shit that we got. Check out what this new shit's going to do to show what the console, what we starting to do. That's what we know. And when you go a while of not showing new shit or, presenting new shit, you have to be like, yo, what the fuck is up, man? I mean, are we going to talk about, how Fallout 4 runs at 60 frames or some shit? Is that really the conversation we're having in 2022? Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, this shit's crazy.
Auto HDR.
Like auto HDR is a great thing, right? Cool. But you can't talk about that, like, yo, Microsoft, what's the next game? Oh, don't worry about new games. You got auto HDR. Like, nah, son.
They're about to be 2 years in. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you can't bring up auto HDR every single year for the next 5 years. Like, we get it. The old games got auto HDR, made good, cool. But yo, I'm gonna play some new games. Where's these new games at? Nah, you got auto HDR.
there are new games. It's just there might not be first party. Okay, that's the difference.
So what's the new game?
So like
but you can say that for every platform. Why is that energy not on PlayStation as well? I see a lot of Xbox gamers now coping that the fact that there are new games. There are games on Xbox. Okay, there's games on PlayStation too, but you don't share that same. I'm not saying you specifically. You don't share that same energy when it comes to PlayStation. PlayStation drop new games every goddamn week, but nobody on that Xbox side is like, oh, this PlayStation got plenty of games. Nah, they bashed it. These dudes will tell you that PlayStation got a horrible 2022 because you went from Horizon Forbidden West, from Gran Turismo 7 to whatever next exclusive game. You have to wait 2 months. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers ain't got shit the whole year, but it's like, oh, but we got games. Like, yeah, we all got games.
I mean, if you're just gonna go with anything that anybody makes, every console got games. I mean, there is a ton of shovelware. You could go down the rabbit hole with just content, and but when people talk about games, we're talking about just the philosophy of them killer apps that actually make waves, that make people stop their backlog and be like, yo, I'm gonna stop my backlog. I'm gonna cop this day one, because those type of games that causes your backlog to get bigger and bigger because you keep ignoring them because of these big killer apps that just come in. So that's what we're talking about.
P-Rock, Dot, I'm about to jump out, man, but I just want to wish you a happy birthday once again, man. Right. Hopefully you enjoy, man. God bless, man. Looking young, looking healthy, and that's all that matters, bro. No, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Them good genes.
That's in the family. So let me ask you this question. This one's for you, Doc Dark. John Baptiste asked you, hey, Doc, are you going to buy the PS4 or PS5 version of God of War Ragnarok since you have a PS5 now?
That's a great question. So here's where Sony. Here's where Sony got me.
Okay.
And they got me with Spider-Man, right? Yeah. It was very difficult for me to have this PS5 and not play the remastered version of Spider-Man. So the God of War version, the Ragnarok version, if that's gonna run on a PS5 at 30 frames just because it's a PS4 version, then no, I'm gonna have to get the PS5 version. The difference is though, am I actually gonna buy this thing when it drops? And I don't think I am. I don't think I'm gonna buy God of War when it comes out. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see how long it takes Sony to actually put these games on their subscription service. I think they will. I think it's smart. I think eventually it's smart because those diehard fans are gonna buy it when it comes out, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then for those of us that are like me that are okay with subscription services and we still see this backlog of games, we can wait and it's gonna be okay.
Oh, okay. I ain't waiting, bro. I gotta play that game day one.
Did you really like 2018 that much?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. And the combat is awesome. I think a lot of people...
You like it better than 3?
Wow, oh yeah.
What? Yes. You like God of War 2018 better than God of War 3?
The combat's much better than 3. The combat, how they implemented the combat system and Atreus, I've seen a lot of people that complain or they prefer God of War 3. And God of War 3, no doubt, is good, right? But I don't think people realize how great the combat system is and what you can do with it in terms of combos. I mean, you could really go ham in that game. Like, you could really have a great time, bro, if you really learn it and stuff. I mean, that game, I'm saying, God of War 2018 was the combat much better. It's the best one with the best combat by far in that game. It's better. God, not saying that the combat in 1, 2, and 3 is bad, but it's very area for effect. Like, you just go around fighting groups right over. But fucking God of War 2018 is very precision. I would say God of War 2018 is closer to what Ninja Gaiden would do or Devil May Cry. While God of War was very,
Ninja Gaiden was way harder.
Area. Nah, I'm not talking about different. Well. Okay. You never played God of War. You never played God of War 2018 and give me God of War. Bro, I had to stop. That shit was fucking super hard, bro. Give me God of War mode. You got God of War 2018, right? Yeah. Just boot it up and put it give me God of War mode. And just play it, play 10 minutes of it. 10, 20 minutes of it. Boy, you'll turn that motherfucker off. You'll be like, oh, fuck no. It's fucking crazy, bro. Give me God of War mode. Oh, man.
The boss fights weren't that epic either.
You know what I'm saying?
In my opinion, in 2018.
It wasn't a lot. But,
no.
But
no.
the combat, man, it's just awesome. But I think this Ragnarok thing is gonna be crazy. But with that, bro, what's it?
No, let me ask you this though, because I know you're not gonna cap. You're not a racing fan, so I know you didn't get Gran Turismo, right?
Hell, fucking no, bro.
Right? Okay, so I know you're not a racing.
So here's the difference between me and these Xbox dudes. You know, these Xbox dudes don't like movie games. I know you've seen that shit. You know you've seen that shit on your timeline. You know you've seen that your fellow Xbox dudes talking shit about movie games.
Yeah.
So why are they liking this? You know, As Dusk Falls now.
Nah. I don't know, bro.
I'm not talking about you.
I don't know.
Why are we hyping? Listen, I have nothing against the game because I play Telltale.
We were going fine. Now you're about to turn this up.
No, but I'm asking you if you can help me out. No, but the reason why I says I don't like racing games. Sony released Gran Turismo 7. I still don't like racing games. I don't care.
I said your chat be mad sensitive and they get mad when I start yelling. And I told you don't irk me.
I'm just saying though.
Nobody plays one and done games.
I'm saying though. I'm just saying. You see me. Sony made a racing game. I still don't like it. Just because they made it doesn't mean why can't Xbox guys be like that? They don't like movie games. So why As Dusk Falls, you know, whatever the fuck, they loving that shit. They love these movie games now. I'm just asking, do you guys evolve? Did the community evolve? Did you change your taste? Did Game Pass now, you know, what you gonna call it? Expand your appetite?
I have only seen one person really talk good about Until Dusk Falls or whatever. Besides that, I don't know, man. I don't know. Joe, I don't know. So here's the thing: I like one and done games, but it doesn't offend me when people say something like Horizon Zero Dawn is a one and done game. Like that doesn't hurt my feelings. Like I don't know why PlayStation fans get upset about that. Like I'm gonna play Spider-Man. Once I beat it, I'm probably not gonna play it again. Like I don't understand why people get upset. You can have a great time playing 14 hours of a game or playing 20 hours. Like that's okay. Every game you don't have to play freaking 6 days plus like I have in Halo or Forza Horizon. You know what I'm saying? They just people make different types of games. Xbox that makes games that you can replay again. Sony makes games that have epic moments and then you play them and then you're done. You forget about them unless you're gonna be trophy hunting. I'm about to double up on all my trophies, just so you know.
So you're gonna catch up. You're gonna catch up. So I'm gonna explain to you what. So I'm gonna say because you aren't presenting it in a negative tone. You just see it as, hey, it's an amazing experience. You get 14, 15 hours, 20 hours, whatever, and then you move on to the next game. Have another amazing experience. So you are not presented it the way your fellow Xboxians are presenting it. They are presenting it as if one and done games are not worth it, but multiplayer games are worth it. So in other words, Crackdown 3, because of multiplayer, is more valuable and worth it than God of War 2018. Or God of War 3. And you know that shit ain't fucking like, nah, motherfucker. Just because you can play Crackdown 3 over and over again doesn't mean it's a fucking good game. It just means you just a glutton for punishment. And you just want to keep playing shitty games forever. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah. That's
what they did. A little bit of that. That's the so what. That is the so what. These dudes, listen. I can show you screenshots. Boy said, hey, God of War, it will be a great 18-hour experience, but I will have hundreds of hours of multiplayer time with Crackdown 3. Signed, Colt Eastwood. Then Crackdown 3 came out. A year later, we looked up at his hours. Dude only has like 6 hours in that game. He does not have hundreds of hours of multiplayer in that motherfucking game. You see what I'm saying?
Look at your face. Look at your face.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. He got caught on that bullshit. Motherfucker ain't playing no 100 hours. Ain't nobody putting hundreds of hours in that Crackdown 3 shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Ain't nobody wasting that. But anyway, what are you gonna say, bro? About about racing game?
Okay. So I know you didn't play that racing game, right?
Hell nah. That shit.
If I'm not mistaken, you're not Horizon Forbidden West fan either.
Ooh,
right?
No, yeah, I love that game.
Oh, you do love it?
Yeah, okay. I absolutely love it.
So you beat that game?
Yep, platinum it.
Did you liked it better than Zero Dawn? Hell no. That hesitation tells me you didn't. No,
because I know, listen, because I never made that thought. I never tried to say which one of the two I like better. I never even thought about that.
Bro, to me, the story in Zero Dawn was so good. I was so intrigued. that when I played this one, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be the same. But now it's just too much. Now it's just too much.
So
That's just too much.
I would say
you already know there's gonna be another one coming out.
Yeah, because the way it ended. So
yeah, it's too much.
So I would say I like the gameplay better in the second one than the first one, but that's only because it's more advanced. They advanced the gameplay.
Did you play the first one with the patch?
What? Yeah. With the 60 frames patch?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay, bro, that's just fire, bro.
I didn't play with the 60 frames. But I'm talking about the mechanics. All the stuff they added, there's some differences they added, but
the hell did they
I want to think
it's the same fucking shit.
No, they added more stuff. They added more stuff.
Like a grapple hook? No, I don't want to hear nobody talk about that damn grapple hook. No,
the grapple hook's fire though. No, but the wing glide is fire. Grapple hook's fire, but the wing glide is fire and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? No, but also now listen, and then your super move boost, how each ability you can now designate, when you get your ultimate abilities, that's also another game changer right there. The enemies are harder, because the first Zero Dawn, I think it was a little bit too easy. But that's alright. I mean, but it's a little bit too easy. This one's a bit more challenging, I felt.
Okay.
There was more stuff on the map. I will say that. That's definite.
Well, yeah.
There was a lot more stuff on the map, like, in terms of, villages, society, stuff like that. The underwater mechanic, flying mechanic they added, so I just think they're both good. I enjoyed it both. I can't wait for the third one. But anyway, what does this have to do with Gran Turismo?
So besides that, what have you been playing on your PS5? Just curious.
Oh, so besides that, I didn't do Gran Turismo. Yeah, obviously you know that. So I beat that. I beat Sifu. I've actually beat the medium, and I'm like, okay. It's okay game, but anybody who cap for that shit on Xbox, I'm like, bro, like, all right, okay.
Yes, okay, I feel you. I feel you. And now you're excited for God of War. Obviously, you're getting that day. No, drops,
I'm gonna get that.
Right?
I'm also gonna get Valkyrie Elysium, which is in September. That's from Square Enix. It sucks that Forspoken got moved to January, but that's fine. But I was gonna get that in October, so that's another one I could get. What else I was gonna get? I need to get Stranger's Paradise for Final Fantasy. That came out this year, but I haven't gotten around to playing that one yet.
Final Fantasy fan like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm a fan, so I'm gonna play that also this year. What got me stuck? I ain't gonna lie. One game that I'm putting hours in, I don't know why. I'm just saying, it's Marvel's Avengers. Because I'm a comic book guy.
And you're liking it.
I'm a comic book guy, so it's just like, I love Batman games, I love Spider-Man games, even the bullshit fucking Spider-Man games from back then, I played them. I'm a comic book guy, so any chance I get to play a fucking comic book game, I'm gonna play it, even if it's whack. It's just whatever. It's just whatever.
And big bro, you're buying all your games, right?
Oh yeah.
Pero you just bro, let me know, bro. I'll Western Union you some money so you could get like a 3-month subscription to freaking.
Brother man, let me help you out. Like, for example,
just so you could try it, because I feel like you're wasting money, and I care about my nephews, bro. You gotta be responsible, dog. You've been wearing that same Resistance poster in the background forever, man. Like what's he getting?
You see these two games?
What's he getting?
I got this for $5, and I got this for $8, and I own it forever. No internet needed. I don't have to worry about internet. I don't have to worry about one day Microsoft saying, "Hey, yo, Dark, yeah, you know that $15 a month? Yeah, it's now $20. Are you gonna pay it? Nah, I ain't paying $20 a month. Okay, don't pay it. And now all of a sudden, your library's gone. And because you went with subscription service for years, you don't have a library of games in your house because you relied on Game Pass. And Microsoft did some fuck shit, and you're not willing to pay. Like, I'm not paying this. But if you don't pay, you now don't have. But me, I could be like, yo, I could send you some games because I got a whole library of games. I got a digital. We could digital share. I got a huge backlog that I own, and I could play anytime I want. And I don't have to worry about the company doing something and saying, hey, we're doing this now, and you don't like it. So you decide not to subscribe to the service. But because you relied on the service, you have nothing. Like, when you look, and you be like, man, I got no games. I don't own games. So now I got to start from scratch. Which you could. I mean, you could go back in the backlog. But, yo, bro, like $5, $8. And you could play these shits. I got a whole library and stuff like that. And that's always going to be mine. and Sony's never gonna do anything that could take that away from me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't even need internet.
I don't. I know the possibility is there, but to be honest with you, I don't have that fear.
It's not really so much fear; it's preference. Like fear is a preference, right? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with Game Pass or PSN. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Yeah. Whatever. Is it any different than GameFly? What's the difference between GameFly? The only difference is you get more access in a timely manner. You don't have to wait.
Gotta wait for it.
Yeah, you gotta wait for it, but it's the same concept. Yeah. You pay a monthly subscription, a game comes in, you play it, beat it, send it off, you get another one. And you could order 2-3 games, whatever, and it just keeps going back and forth and keeps cycling, right? And that's how it is, right? So the options to rent games has always been there for decades. GameFly's always been around. Blockbuster had the same shit. It's not a new concept. It's just better implemented because now it's digitally and you have access to a whole library instantly. But the concept of renting games for a subscription fee is not a new concept. I just never really cared for that because, boom, I just buy my games, $8, $10. Not every game I buy $70 day one. If I buy a game $70 day one, it's because I want to play it. Or $60 is because I want to play that game right then and there. So ultimately is this, and this is I mentioned in some podcasts, I don't know if you ever heard me, I don't care so much about the price of games at all. That doesn't bother me because $60, $70 or whatever. Hell, I bought Red Dead Redemption 2 for $90 because I got the deluxe edition and I ended up not liking the game. I beat it, but I'm like, man, fuck, I should not bought it. Whatever. But ultimately, what I care about the game is just the quality, and when I'm playing it, am I enjoying it? The price don't matter to me because I can make more money. I can replace $60. Anytime I buy a game for $60, I'll make more money. Boom, $60 back in the bank account. But what I cannot replace, and you can't replace this either, none of us can replace this. Why do you think that is? What is the one thing when we play these games, you just lose it? You will always lose it every single time. And you cannot get it back.
Time.
Exactly. We cannot get back time. So every second that we play this game, that is a second I'm not talking to my daughter on the phone. That's every second you're not playing with your son.
Yeah.
Every second we play on a game is a second we're not doing something else. So if we're playing a game, I don't want to play no bullshit game. Because I'd rather just call my daughter than do this, play this bullshit, right? And that's how I look at games. I don't look at games based on money. I look at based on games with valued by time.
That's fucking wisdom right there. All right, big bro, I feel you.
So remember, I'm
money. Canceling all my subscriptions right now.
Shit. Yo, he's gonna have nothing but $70 games. But so that's how I look at it. If I'm playing this game, I'm dedicating time to this game. When I could just be working on my degree, get my whatever. You could be doing a whole bunch of shit. So when I play the game, I want to make sure I'm having. Now I'm not saying my definition of good game should be your definition. As long as you like it and you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. As long as
that's why, like. And listen, that's why now what you said on Twitter before about God of War, if you guys missed it, he was shitting on God of War.
Who?
You were.
But I was shitting on God of War.
That's how I interpret it.
What the fuck?
But listen, when you spoke about the VRR patch and all that other stuff. Oh. But anyways, I'm being facetious. But anyway, now that really makes sense because so to you, right? Everyone that really values their time, if you're gonna drop $70 on a game, that game better be worth it. Better be worth it. Because now you're spending money. That's not what I said. It, right?
No, that's not what I said at all. I said
because you're wasting time on it. You're very specific on what you buy.
It's not the $70. It's not the $70. It's just the game. What I'm telling you is I'm not worried about that it's $70. I am ultimately worried about if it's a good game because this game is going to take up my time. So the currency for me is time, not money. I can make more money. I cannot make more time. Every single even now talking to you, I'm losing time. But you're my brother, so you're worth it. You're worth the time. All right, you're my baby brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even now, every second I'm talking is a second I cannot get back. That's my currency. My currency is time, not money. I could make another $60. I could make another $70. I'm not worried about that. But goddamn time, that motherfucker's precious. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. And that's why I gotta head out. I got the wife calling me, and she wants my time.
That's it. You gotta invest that time, bro. You gotta make a decision: Ninja Gaiden or your wife.
I know, right?
My man's gonna say Ninja Gaiden. Oh shit! All right, we out, bro. Anyway, to everybody in the chat, hey, I want to say I appreciate it. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. All right, Thank you for spending a little bit of time on my birthday. But it's time for me to get my clothes ready, get my cologne, get my Polo cologne. You know what I'm saying? Wear my Movado. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get split feet up for the missus. Do my thing. Get the gold chain out, the bracelet, la bracelete. I'm gonna do it up. And I'm gonna be out of here. You know what I'm saying? But you guys, hey, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy, great weekend for podcasts. You got Crossfire, you got Z's podcast. Don't forget, my boy Jay Barring Persona, Saturday tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. What's Up PlayStation, all that stuff. Great content across the board. Go watch it, enjoy it. But most of all, man, have a great weekend. Go outside. Be careful of COVID spiking. Be safe, but enjoy the time, all right? Truly appreciate you guys rocking out with me. Love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Hit that like button one last time before you get out, if you haven't already. But other than that, this is your only friend in these YouTube streets, Porter77, and I'm out of here. Birthday. It's my birthday. When I die, bury me inside a Sony store. Ha! 2 chains. Nah, I'm out. I'm wilding now. Yo, I'm out of here. You guys take care. B.